Fantastic. Welcome to I don't even know what to call it yet, to be honest.
That's all
We're
good.
we're just doing a little positivity podcast, a little vibe session.
Yeah, I
Um
feel it. Are you
so
live right now?
yeah, I'm live.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, we got 16 people in here just ready.
Hell yeah. My bad for keeping you guys waiting. I was just like working on some stuff, so.
Hey, and I explained that to him. You're all good, man. You're a busy guy. We completely understand. We just vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like
I feel
it
that.
was no big deal at all. Hey,
Do you,
thanks for
do
the
you need my
follow, brother.
webcam?
Hey,
Yeah, I got you.
if you want to be a part of it, go ahead, man. I don't need it, but it's all up to you, brother.
Hell yeah. Let me see. I can't. Wait, it says you can't stream on into this channel. Oh damn. Okay.
Oh wait, I got you. Got you. You think definitely be a big coochie?
Let's go.
I think that works, right? It worked. I'm new
Let
to
me
this
see.
shit.
Are you good? You good? I should switch my thing.
I just got a PC back in September.
Oh,
Welcome.
nice. Let's go.
All right, so I wanted to like first kind of get to know you a little bit more, kind of let you share your story, like how you came up, like what motivates you, kind of deal. So like wherever you feel like you're comfortable to start, like
Start off with like me as like a kid. I was like around, I want to say like how old would I be at third grade? It was like around, I want to say 8 years old.
yeah, probably
And
like 7, 8, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like about 8, 7, and I got like a phone, like kind of like a flip phone almost. And I was able to record with it, and me and my friends, we would record like the dumbest videos on the camera.
Dude,
And
awesome.
we would just like, we watch back and we would just laugh, like we would just be acting, making skits or whatever. And something about it just got like really addicting. And so I looked into like YouTube stuff, right? So I was like, oh, what year was that? Yeah, that was 2008, I want to say, somewhere on there.
Yeah,
2008.
like the release of YouTube.
Yeah, and I remember the very first YouTube logo, like the little brown TV.
Yeah, bro. Back on the iPod,
Yeah.
like first gens, you would it'd just be a little, yeah, it looks like an old like 1960s
Yeah.
TV from like, yeah.
Yeah, that old television type of thing. Yeah, so I hopped on the platform. I was a kid, but like, I was very well, like I guess you could say decently cultured with like how the YouTube system was working. And I remember I hopped on, I made an account. I had no idea what the heck I was doing. I was watching like Sonic videos, Mario videos, and like how people beat the game and whatnot. I was like, how people be doing this, man?
Yeah,
And I was like, damn, bro, like I could be making videos. So I was like, damn, what if I own videos? But I was like, damn, I'm like third grade, like what the heck am I doing?
I don't know how, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how, but like I found Ryan Higa.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, OG.
The how to be ninja,
Abs-
how to be gangster.
Yes, dude, that was the very first videos that I watched, and I was in love with it. Yeah, the outro too.
Yes,
So,
bro.
yeah, like I found that, and I was like, oh, I would love to make YouTube videos, and I would always like look around, like see what kind of content people would be making, and yeah, like I think that was like for sure like the start of it, like kind of like put my foot on the ground of wanting to make YouTube videos.
Dude, that's crazy, because like I remember I wasn't in third grade. I was probably 7th or 8th grade, and we kind of started doing the same thing. Like growing up, I didn't have much, so my friend who did, he bought a GoPro, so we did parkour videos, man. We would just run around,
like,
yeah, dude, and we would,
shit.
and I was not athletic, okay? I was short, chubby. I was the joke of the whole video, and these guys were doing flips off shit, and I'm just like climbing up. Like I couldn't do it, but that's when we started doing that. Then we did some pranks and stuff. So like I completely understand you, because like I remember us posting a little bit. We hit 1K views on a video once, and it was just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like being like 15, you're like, dude, that's insane.
Yeah,
So
just getting a foot on a couple hundred views, just like, whoa, like 100 people saw that, because you would think like a classroom is what, 20, 30 people, or 40 if even.
Exactly, yeah.
And then you're like, wow, I just nailed 4 classrooms. Like I just almost entertain a whole auditorium almost.
Yeah, dude. Dude, that's crazy, because that's exactly how I feel. I remember having like, dude, an old Toshiba like thick laptop that I would download my clips on my Xbox 360. I think I'd upload them to Facebook, take them from Facebook and make a montage out of them when I was like 16, just sitting there having no idea what I was doing because I didn't have a capture card or anything. It was just a way of just downloading clips to other clips. That's cool. I'm glad you stuck with it. Like, did you always know that you wanted to do like COD videos, I guess? Because I would consider you mainly a COD entertainer.
So I think it was around 2000 and I want to say 10. So
Modern Warfare
like
2.
yeah, like around Modern Warfare 2, right? Like that around that around that era.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like it's always been a passion since like from when I just simply was recording with my friends. And then I think actually a little bit before that, I wanted to get into skating, right? So like I wanted to learn how to skate, you know, do tricks on the board, be able to do kick flip, ollie, manual, you know, tray flip, nollie tray flip, you know, laser flip. What's other ones out there that I keep forgetting?
Pop shove it, man.
Yeah, pop shove it, heel flip. You know what I mean? Like all those like terms that I, you know, and I had a couple of buddies that, like a couple of buddies that wanted to like skate and make videos, but like I never really got around to it because like I sucked at it. So when I realized I sucked at it, and I was like a year of skating, I didn't really get much out of it. And I think it was because one, I don't know, like maybe within like 1 or 2 years, I want to say, but like I just didn't, I don't know, I wasn't progressing. So I was like, man, I need a, I don't know, I'm kind of getting bored of, you know, skating if I'm not progressing.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I've always had a passion for video games. So I ran into the game Skate, right? Skate, was it Skate 3, I think? Yeah, Skate 3 at the time. Because I went from like Skate 2, Skate 3. Cause I was still playing video games as I was active, IRL. And then from that, I got into Modern Warfare 2 because my sister recommended me playing that game. And I was 11 at the time. So she said, you know what game you should get for your birthday? I was like, what's up? Like Modern Warfare 2. I was like, what's that? Like, it's a Call of Duty game. My friend's been playing it, whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, let me see what it's about. So I get it for my birthday. And then from that, it was like, damn, what if I made videos on this? And then I looked up like, you know, Optic Predator. Well, actually, I came across, I forgot how I came across sniping, but I just remember
M48-3 Predator, bro.
Yeah, M48-3
That's
Predator.
the first sniper I ever watched in my entire life. My first Xbox name was Toxic Predator because of it. I swear.
Oh, like, so he was your inspiration, huh?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's dope.
Like, from the start, that was the dude that I watched. I was like, how can one person be so cracked? Like, insane. It just blew my mind. I think I was probably like 13. It was Modern Warfare 3 when I saw him.
I didn't like look up, well, obviously I didn't look up Optic Predator, but I found sniping through like a group of friends that I found like online, and they were like sniping, like, hey, you should quick scope. I'm like, what the heck is a quick scope? And then I saw him do it, and then I was trying it out, and I remember it was on Free For All and Rust, and I tried it, and I was getting good at it really fast, and I was like, oh, I get this, like, okay, I understand. And then we started doing like 360 last kill, and then I started looking up like, okay, quick scoping, Modern Warfare 2, boom, Optic Predator. I was like, oh snap, like this is my guy. And I just can't remember, I kept watching the montage fusion over and over and over again. I was like, dude, how does this guy do it? Like, I don't get it.
It was so good.
It's a classic.
I remember watching him, and then I think I moved from him to Pam. Homage was like,
Homage?
Yeah, when Predator took his hiatus, because I have no idea where he went. No idea. I just started watching Pam.
Yeah, no, I think Predator, he was getting really into it because he got like a lot of sponsorships, and then I think he just took a different path. I think I remember watching a video. He lost interest, and then I don't know, he just disappeared and then came back, disappeared, came back, and then disappeared and then came back again. And I think he's been playing recently. I think I saw him, or last time I heard of him was him playing Modern Warfare, because I remember he came back. No, he played all the way up to Modern Warfare 3. BO2 came out, he stopped, and then like out of nowhere, I don't know if you remember that video where Homage made like a dual teaser with him.
I saw something with him and Homage and ZEPHYS. I haven't heard anything about.
Oh, like a trio video.
Yeah, no, just Homage and ZEPHYS. I haven't heard anything about Predator in so long. Like,
oh, okay.
Like, but
yeah.
I did see something. Maybe it was this Call of Duty actually. It might have been recently where Homage posted a picture of him in the lobby with ZEPHYS and tweeted like some teaser type thing. I want to find it
Okay,
now,
that I didn't see.
but I don't
Yeah.
know. But I definitely did. I remember seeing something about it.
Yeah, because I remember seeing him stream Modern Warfare Remastered gameplay. That I remember.
Dude,
And
that's
I remember I pulled up his stream too. This is the time where like I was kind of getting into it, like streaming, and then like I saw it, I was like, oh shit, like I didn't know Predator stream, like what the heck? And then he stopped streaming, and then gone again. I was like, oh damn.
he's just gone. He's a mystery, dude. Like he just comes back, does some crack shit, and then he's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm done. I'm bored. It's like, how do you get bored of shitting on kids like that? I would
just
never.
got too good to it. Yeah, you got at it, and like he just wanted to find another hobby. That that's crazy though, because like I feel like that's what we're gonna get at to a point, right? Like we're gonna play Call of Duty for so long that we're like, damn, we want to like try something else, like eventually.
Yeah.
But I don't, because I don't feel like we're gonna spend our whole entire lives sniping on Call of Duty.
No.
I don't. No,
There's no way. I can't see that, man. I'd be an angry old man. I would tell you that. I'd be an angry person.
Yeah, just fucking 40 years old complaining about skill-based matchmaking, and then the young kid's like, Dad, I'm getting my ass beat.
Shut up, son. Do better. No, that's funny. Just sitting there bitching about, oh, dude, this M82 needs nerfs. But so you're into sniping. You don't think we'll be doing it forever. I agree with that 100%. We're definitely gonna have to move on to some other things, and that's why, like, when I watch your streams, I notice you're very into chat, which is definitely gonna help you and anybody at that matter. If you're an entertainer and people aren't there to just watch how good you are, like if you can entertain people as well, you can do anything that you want on this platform. Like,
yeah, that's fine.
You want to take cooking classes, man? Go take some cooking classes and then entertain somebody while you cook some fucking salmon. Like, whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
And that's the best part about Twitch. That's why I like it so much. I wanted to talk about kind of like your goals. Like, did you have goals that you set for 2020?
So through this year, I think I wrote it down actually through my phone.
Crazy.
A lot of the times, like, it's weird because like I've never been a New Year resolution type of guy. I've always been like, okay, what can I accomplish in the next couple of months? You know what I mean? It's more of like what can I accomplish to fulfill my purpose? It's like my purpose, like
short-term goals over long.
Yeah, short-term goals, so that way I can build it up to like the long-term goals, as in like what I want in the next 10 years.
Yep.
Because
I'm the same way, dude. 100%.
Yeah, because I always see everyone making New Year's resolution goals, and they always share it on Twitter or they always share it on social media. And a lot of the times they don't really complete it. So I'm just like, what's the point of sharing this if you're not going to even do it in the first place?
Probably just for clout.
Yeah, just for attention, impressions. You know what I mean? That's why, like, I was never really a fan of it. And to be honest, like, I never wanted to shit on someone for the goals. What if they, they
what if
actually,
it's honest? They don't.
Yeah, what if they're actually being genuine and they actually accomplish
yeah.
it? Exactly. Yeah. So I never really disrespected anyone's goals like that, and because I respect it, like sometimes not everyone's gonna be like you or me, and and they're gonna end up procrastinating or whatever, and it is what it is.
You can't tell who's behind that screen. You can't tell if they're genuine or not. So it's better to not even get involved into that type of thing. Not to shit on it, but also not to really pay attention to it.
Exactly.
So
I'm looking at
your goals and stuff.
Yeah.
Got you.
I remember, okay, so I'm actually made a 2019 goals, but 2020, to be honest, like, I mean, kind of. I actually wanted to, like, focus more on my health. Basically, like, have a, like, really consistent sleeping schedule. That was, like, the number one on my list because I was, like, waking up around, like, evening, and it was just terrible. Like, I kept doing that nonstop. And like, dude, oh my god, I cannot. I tell this to so many people. I was like, dude, I remember staying up late, like 6 a.m., waking up in the evening, and just have an ass backwards sleeping schedule and just being depressed. Like, I just felt terrible. I was like, dude, what am I doing in my life? I feel like I don't have a set in stone goal. Like, you know what I mean? I don't feel organized. I feel so out of order, and just not having that like organization as like a trait, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like a schedule, like not having a set thing.
Yeah, a set things, it doesn't, I don't have no rhythm in life. Like, so that's why I was like, I need to fix something. And then, so I was like, okay, I had some self-awareness of what I need to do. And I knew immediately sleeping schedule. Because my mom has always been on my ass, but like, oh, you woke up late again. Oh, you woke up late. You woke up late. I'm like,
yep.
And she always tells me, because my mom,
up.
Yeah, exactly. And my mom's like a very healthy person. So she's always like telling me, like, yeah, if you don't sleep early, or if you don't sleep with a good schedule, you're going to have what's the thing called, dementia or whatever, like
Yeah,
basically
like where
memory
you
loss
keep,
as you get
yeah,
older.
Alzheimer's, dementia.
Yeah, yeah, as you get older. I was like, in my
Hmm.
head, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
you got
shit, like I
scared
don't
of
want to
that.
have
Yep.
that.
My mom
Yeah, because
always
like
told me I'd be short if I didn't sleep. She said the less sleep you get, the shorter you'd be. And I'm
exactly.
6'4" and I didn't sleep, so she lied. 100% she lied. She's a liar.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah.
continue about the dementia, my guy. I scared you.
Yeah. So you're good. You're good. She always told me that, and I always, I always have that ringing in the back of my head, and I just thought about it. I was like, man, I want to be able to grow up and remember what I did when I was a teenager without even having to look back at my own videos. Because like that's another reason why I love making videos, because I can always look back of what I did. And for the long term, 20 years from now, I'm like, wow, I did that. That was so cool. Like I'm proud of myself for doing that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so like hearing her say that just makes me think like, whoa, I have to redo my whole like schedule plan. And so, I mean, I had a really ass backwards sleep schedule around 2017 to 2018, and then 2019 I started picking it up, and then this year I really nailed it on the hammer. Like the last time I woke up past noon was like let's I'm
Gonna
okay. Let's
scare
say
me.
like two. I say like 2 p.m. Probably like 2 weeks ago. I've been waking up like before 12 p.m. on the dot, no matter what. That was like a small
That's
goal I wanted to
nice.
do. I was like, I'm not waking up at any time in the evening. No way.
I could
No
never
way.
do that. I could never. Like, but my job, like I used to work midnight, so I'd work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And then when I got affiliated and stuff, I was like, I want to stream more, so I swapped over to a 2 to 10 shift. Now I wake up
Mhm.
at like 1 and I leave at like 1:15. I go to work because I know if I don't sleep until 1, I'll have a shorter stream at the end of the night because I can't go live until I get home at like 11 p.m. So
Mm.
I try to have as much sleep for like to stay up as long as I can until my next sleep. So like usually I don't go to bed till like 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I gotta wake up
Oh
at 1
damn.
again. Yeah, it's the grind, but like I'm sure you've had your fair share of late nights, lots of work, lots of heavy things that you had to put in to get to the point that you're at. So,
Oh,
I
absolutely.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you understand what I'm going through now, and I just gotta keep going through
Yeah.
that. You gotta understand.
It's honestly, it's just about the sacrifice that you're gonna make in the short term, so that we set yourself up in the long term.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the
Best way to
sacrifice
do it.
is sleep.
Yeah, yeah. And if
100%.
you even think about it, like if you think about like all these bro, I'd be watching like podcasts and or listening to podcasts, and I would hear these artists, like my favorite artists, talking about how they stayed up late, they was always been on the grind, and then like then they look back on it and they're like, man, I like they felt so unhealthy. And now that they're stepping into the grounds of like, they're set in stone, but now they want to be sure they want to make sure they have an organized schedule and have and be healthy at the
Hmm.
same time. And that inspired me to do that because I was like, man, I'd be going up late, like just staying out for 20 hours. And then I'm like looking back, I'm like, did I really get a lot done in that 20 hours? Can I compress that within that, time span, and then move that to the next day, get enough sleep so I'm more energized, utilize my energy to be able to execute the day perfectly in a short amount of time. Cause like, it's that time management that it's hard. I
Yeah,
guarantee you, like if a lot of people started like having a good schedule, a time management, whatever, they have a good work balance and they work fast at it and very efficient, they would be living 10 times happier. And I always, like even in my own chat, like I tell people like, guys, for anyone out there, if you're feeling like you're out of balance, whatever, trust me, like with like taking care of yourself is so important, and it
that is
will set
very
you
well
yourself
said.
up in the future.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's so
100%.
well said because I've never heard anybody compare it to that type, like where you said, "Did I really get that much done in 20 hours? Could I have compressed it into tomorrow and slept instead?" I've never thought of it like
Exactly.
that because I don't know. I just haven't. I've always thought, well, if I just stay up longer, I'll get more done. But the longer you stay up, the more distracted, you become.
Yeah.
So I completely understand that. That's very well said. And I try to express my like I never really like believe that stuff back like you said like 2017, 2016. I
Hmm.
didn't believe like sleep or anything, eating healthy would affect my mindset. But growing up,
Yeah, I was on the same boat.
yeah, but dude, growing up, like it's so important. And even though I don't get a lot of sleep now, I still do my best to, stay as healthy physically as I can. As I'm sitting here drinking Coca-Cola, but it's just I can't drink water.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you eat the vegetables, get some vitamins in,
Yeah,
you got it,
yeah. Just don't say no to the beans. Just make sure you
Yeah.
eat everything that you're supposed to, and it's definitely gonna.
Oh, speaking of soda, actually, the only time I drink soda is if I drink it with alcohol. Other than that, I don't drink soda at all.
For real.
Zero soda.
Did you ever drink soda, or like did you stop when you became healthy?
Dude, I was a soda addict when I was like actually in elementary. Dude, Coca-Cola, oh my god. Till this day, I can taste the flavor. And with just looking at it, I could taste it.
Bro, I got somebody in my chat that can attest. For me, I would actually drink a 2-liter before every baseball game, every football game. The coach for baseball,
2 liters?
Yeah, the coach for baseball would actually bring me a 2-liter, and I would keep them in my backpack during the whole time. That's crazy because I love it, man. It's like I don't even feel the caffeine anymore. I can't drink anything not carbonated because it just tastes flat, and I don't like it at all. It just like water just tastes like a flat pop.
Yeah, see, that was my problem when I was a kid. Like adjusting to like soda to water, because it's weird because when I was like 12, 13, when I drink like 1 can of soda, I was hyper because I'm so lightweight, and like that caffeine would hit me, and I'd be so cracked out of my mind when it comes to playing like Call of Duty. So I was like, okay, I need to get give me a Coca-Cola. We can what 2v2. Oh, I was like, I'll pull any move you want.
Let's do $100 wager right now. I'm 13. We got this.
Literally. But it's funny because like when you're a kid, you like 1 caffeine, you're set for the whole day.
Yeah.
But now now it's just like
I need 8 Red Bulls to get through my entire morning.
Nah, see, so I think when you get older, it just you really feel that like what you eat like affects you, like how it you know what I mean, like the difference between when you're like 14 when you eat like 2 slices of pizza, you're like
you can eat anything when you're a kid, but once you become an adult, you're like I never understood, like people would always, I'd be like, hey, you want some of this chocolate? No, I'd be like, dude, why wouldn't you want chocolate? Trust me, when you get older, you're not gonna want chocolate that much. I was like, well, you're lying. I will, and here I am. No, the fuck, I do not want any chocolate that any kid ever wants to hand me.
That is facts.
Thank you.
That's facts.
Appreciate it, but I'm good. You'll give me a carrot.
That's weird because my sister, she's always eating pretty much anything, right? And she's like I wouldn't say as skinny as me, but she has a really fast metabolism. And she eats anything, but she's always eating sugar. I'm like, dude, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna get a heart attack from eating sugar or something. Because like if I eat like chocolate or anything that like just has sugar in it, if I eat a little bit too much sugar, I'm in a like either upset mood or depressed mood. Like dude, it just changed my whole entire like mindset. It's so weird. That's why I'm like, sugar, no. Like I'm scared of sugar, dude. Like that's my worst enemy.
Dude, I've never thought of it like that. Like I never thought I've never given food a power to change my mind. Like I've never thought of it like that. But so I can't really tell you if having high sugar does that, but it's kind of like,
yeah, it's kind of like when you eat, let's say have you ever ate so much like carbs like pizza and like it ever make you feel tired out of nowhere?
Yeah, 100%. Like they say turkey on Thanksgiving has a special thing in it that makes you tired.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that's probably why I don't eat turkey.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. They said it's not scientifically proven, but it's people believe it, people don't.
Yeah, I think
because eating a big meal definitely makes me more tired. Like I'm ready for bed as soon as I get done eating.
Yeah, so there's like a balance between how much you eat. So like when I eat like even just a little bit, like it'll just get me going. But if I was to eat like a really, really big meal, depending on what I eat, it can make me tired and it can really like affect my gameplay, like of like how I perform on stream. That's why I'm like so cautious, because like right now what I've been doing is just 2 mini bagels, and then like I've been drinking Lifeway. I don't know if you saw me drink it early on stream today.
Yeah.
And I'm set. Like I don't really need much. Like that will last me through at least 4 straight hours, like nonstop, fully energized and perfectly fine. But it's the second I eat like pizza, oh, it's
over.
Downhill.
It's
Down.
over.
Oh, it's yep.
Good
It's a
night,
wrap. GG.
dude.
That's all it is.
Dude, that's that. Yeah, no, I definitely understand. I usually, since I work till 10, I get home at 11, start my stream. I usually don't have time to grab a snack before because I'm setting everything up and everything. So
Hmm.
like sometimes if I get hungry 2 hours before, I'll go and I'll make like 20 pizza rolls. I'll just throw them in the air fryer, come right back,
Mm.
wait for the ding, run over, grab them, sit back down, and then everybody's like, I have people from like Argentina and stuff, and they had no idea what pizza rolls were.
Oh, damn.
Like no idea what pizza rolls were. So I
Do you have
I
that
put
like
them on.
that one what's it what is it called? It's not, I don't think it's called a fryer, but like it's like where you heat up the pizza rolls and they get really crunchy instead of just putting in the microwave.
Yeah, it's the air fryer,
You,
right? Yeah,
air fry,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
use.
You
Yeah,
have that, right?
that's what I use. Yes, 100%.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
put them at
I was
400
bro. I was
degrees for
introduced to
6
that.
minutes.
Yeah, I was introduced to that like last year, and I had no idea about it. I was like, damn, this is some really advanced fucking shit right now.
So
I'm
much better than a
seeing.
microwave. Like microwave comes out soggy and gross. You put
Mhm.
it in an air fryer and that shit comes out crispy. Like it was just
In a
baked
short
in
amount
with
of
it.
time.
Yeah, and it's great. It's like double microwave time, but in total half of an oven time. But it tastes
Yep.
just as good as an oven. It's perfect. It's literally the best thing I've ever like bought for my home ever.
Yeah.
Easily, except
Honestly,
for
I thought
the
about getting it
chameleon.
for Christmas. Low key for my house.
For real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
you
my
need to
auntie
get one.
has it. Yeah, my aunt has it, and she's like, yeah, like you don't have an air fryer. I was like, no, I don't. Like
That's
I just
actually insane
old
that
fashioned
you
way
don't.
oven.
That's insane that you don't have an air fryer, my man.
Yeah.
Like they're so clutch, dude. You need to get one ASAP. I'd buy one
Yeah.
Amazon Primed right now.
How much does it go for?
I think they're like I think you can get some for like 60 or 80 bucks,
See, that's
to be
not bad.
honest. Yeah, no, they were expensive when they first came out. Looks like they are. Yeah, here's one for 100, but that one's like a really nice one. Yeah, they're around 100 bucks. The one I have is like 84.
Mm.
So by all means,
I
man,
mean,
get
I
your.
don't make pizza rolls to be honest. It's like I always make sure I get like a solid ass meal. You know, like
Yeah, you were talking about spinach and stuff earlier. How you got like meal plans
yeah,
now.
yeah,
So
dude.
like,
Meal
what's up with
meal
that?
prepping is a move. It really is. Like right now, I got little container here.
Yeah, dude,
Just
you said you.
I was munching on this earlier. Yeah, like it's such an incredible like great price compared to like other uh uh like Walmart and what's the other one, like Walgreens or something. Like you'll get like a good deal out of it.
Yeah, like Myers, Target, stuff like that. Yeah,
Yep.
because I know I don't know what's on the West Coast. I'm all the way over here on the East Coast, so I know
Oh damn.
you guys have never heard of. Have you heard of B-Dubs?
Beat ups. I've heard about that.
Okay, you have. My
Yeah,
friend in
because I
Atlanta
went to the
has
West
no
Coast, like
idea what it
not West
is.
Coast, East Coast, like in Atlanta when I visit the Soar House.
Anyways, so your goals, did you ever like when did you join Soar? Like was it 2018, 19?
2017. Around
2017.
it was September 22nd. I remember the exact day.
The exact date.
September
Yeah.
22nd. September 22nd. And I remember he's Phase Thieves now, but he used to be Sword Thieves, and he picked me up, and it was in that exact stream. Yeah, and September 22nd, 2017. It was like around 8 p.m. my time. I
Dude,
just
that's
I know the exact
yeah,
time.
you
It's just
have
weird.
to. Like that's such a big like moment in your life, something that, like you said from third grade you've been working for. Like that's something that you're gonna remember for a very long time. Like
Yeah.
it was probably one of your happiest or happier days, So
Yeah, I'm
I
not gonna lie
completely
though. Like
understand that.
I did forget, and I was like, man, day. So what I did was in my own chat, I would do like exclamation mark. I think it's info. I think, or yeah, info right here, and it literally word for word. Zephy started streaming on September 30th, 2015. The Peppermint. I don't know. I wrote this up. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. The Peppermint prepared to pursue his. Oh, wait, prepared to pursue it. Early 2016, he was the first 1,000 people to achieve affiliation when he was released, or when it was released on April 24, 2017. Months later, Zephy joined Soar on September 22nd, 2017. Within a year being in Soar, Zephy was partnered on September 4, 2018.
Dude, that's insane. Congratulations. Like that's
Thank you.
absolutely nuts, man. And I see you're out here just absolutely slaying it. So, um, did you have any goals for like 2020? Like, did you think about maybe participating in phase 5 even?
So like how the culture kind of changed with that phase 5 and like organization stuff.
Yeah.
That's been like a how do I explain this? Not like a low, I guess you could say like a low key topic. That like some people have spoken to me about. And I even got in my chats as well. Where if you're in an organization, if you're grinding for phase, it makes an organization like
Look,
Soar or like, you know,
look
100
poopy.
Thieves.
Like you want to leave them.
Yeah, exactly. And it
Okay.
just it like it just looks weird, right?
It's too contradictory. It contradicts what you're doing.
Exactly.
I got
So
you.
yeah, that's why I like, obviously, you know, I didn't go for the phase 5 because, you know, I'm in Soar.
Yeah.
And
You don't want to leave. You like what you're doing. You like it here. You like your community. You like your clan.
exactly.
100%.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, I think that anyone that is solo dolo, you know, they're just writing their own thing and they don't have like an organization they want to join, and they just see the phase 5 thing. I think like anyone that has an RC that's so huge that they could go for and just like grab the growth out of it and they use it as their own.
Yeah, because
And who knows, if
you
they
have
join,
nothing
they
to
join.
lose. Yeah, you got nothing to lose at that point.
Exactly. The only thing you're probably losing is just, I mean, I don't know, like going for phase and putting more time into responses, but like I mean, you're getting growth either way, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like a W regardless.
100%.
But yeah, so yeah, I basically stayed in Soar. For my 2020 goals, I know I want to move out with a friend, like a couple of my buddies, and I love where I live. I have no problems with like my area, my family, my friends, you know, like no problems at all. The only problem that I have is my internet. Yeah. Yep. So I'm like, what am I going to do? You know, I'm not going to wait for Cox Cable to, you know, spend another decade to fix my internet when I could just be grinding and like flowing with my content and flourishing, you know, even further. Cause like it's always every day. Exactly. Like I don't want to hold myself back, and I'm like, it could be, sure, yeah, it's going to be risky, but it's going to be great for myself because, you know, I'm going to be going out and adventuring on my own, taking care of myself, become an adult, right?
Yeah, you're going to know what you can do. You're going to know your own, like, limits, potential. You're going to get a feel for yourself to know where you'll be going and how successful you'll be. And it'll also just feel more rewarding to do your own thing and do it for yourself, by yourself, you know, with a couple friends doing the same thing for their own thing. That's sweet.
Yeah. So that, and then I definitely, I mean, I never really been a milestone type of guy, but I can 100% see myself hitting like very big milestones in 2021, because I always make sure that the work ethic speaks for itself. So like I wouldn't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? But I'm like, okay, but is my goal the number or the work ethic, right? So like, what am I setting myself up for? So I'd rather be focused on what kind of content I can create, and then just let the numbers speak for itself, and then just be like, oh, shit. Because like if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit 100K this year, I'm like, okay, I fucking did it. Okay, what's the next one? You know what I mean? Like I
just a robot at that point, just going for numbers and numbers and numbers.
Exactly. So like I feel like it just, with numbers, it's just a never ending thing, because numbers never end. Right? So like you hit 100K, what's next? 200K, 300K, 400K, and then all the way up to 1 million, and you go 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, and after that 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. It just like, I don't know, like
Soar PewDiePie.
Yeah, right? So like you know, setting up for these numbers, and I'm just like, well, I'd rather set myself up for like a different type of goal. Because I don't feel like 100, I mean, 100K is great, like hell yeah, by all means.
Insane. Yeah
100%, but just like the way I'm looking at it, I want to make sure that I'm looking at it the right way, right?
Yeah,
like
the right way, and you want it to be a little bit different. Like everybody has the goal of hitting 100K. Like if you're doing YouTube, obviously you want to hit as high of numbers as you can, so people kind of already expect that from you, is kind of what you're saying. And you wanted to show them like other goals that you're striving for, to kind of give them a better look into your work ethic, into your quality, and how much time you take to perfect your art.
Exactly. And I mean, there's other things as well, like definitely bulking myself up. Not really bulking myself up, like I
heard you talking about it earlier.
Yeah, basically getting swole,
you know,
just keep it simple.
Tricep, yeah, you got a workout plan and stuff.
Yeah, so I've been doing like this thing for the past like 6 months, and I kind of just been really low key about it. I only shared on my Instagram story, just like a couple of friends,
Hmm.
and maybe a couple of ladies too. I'm just kidding. I'm
You
kidding.
got
I'm
to.
kidding. No. But yeah. So like I just been just been doing push-ups and whatnot because I'm like, man, like I'm skinny. I always thought, like, had this in the back of my mind. I asked myself, I was like, if I was to have kids or a family, right, and me being a dad, uh, how am
You
I going
get
to
dad
defend my
strength.
family with my flimsy
You get
arms,
dad
right? Like,
strength, sir. You ever
yeah,
heard of
yeah.
dad
But like,
strength?
dad trait, what's that?
Dude, it's just when you become a dad, you get this special strength, man. I've witnessed it, but I don't have it, so I can't really explain it to you because I'm not a dad. But I just know that once you become a dad, it's like you just get this like boost. I don't know if it's like you're now able to use adrenaline in your muscles or what, but like I've witnessed people be weak as hell, have a kid, and then they just get shredded, like within weeks. They just look shredded. I'm like, what happened? You just had a kid, like, and now you're just
I don't
Superman
think
out
I've
here,
seen that.
dude. Are you,
That's crazy.
bro? I watched my dad go from being how I'm built now, kind of like he's only like 5'11", but he was probably like 160 pounds. My dad is
Mhm.
now 5'11", like 230. Like he's just built now after he had fucking 3 kids.
Yeah, because
Uh,
like I've been doing so backtrack a little bit. I was doing like push-ups, and my friend wanted me to get into it. Shout out to my boy Jake for the one time, because he got me into it. He was like, "Yo, you should try this. 100 push-ups a day." I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's fucking easy. Like, like I could do 10 right now, like no problem." Because I had some strength. Because like when I was in like, I think it was in elementary, my grandpa gave me this like little dumbbell and
Hmm.
just do like little quick reps or whatever, and I got a little muscle or whatever. And then I remember I did sit-ups with like this thing. I forgot what it was. I just remember this so clearly because I remember I did this like a whole day almost to work on my abs. And my aunt had like this little machine that like helps you out doing sit-ups.
Yeah.
And I just kept doing it just nonstop. It was just addicting.
He's like,
So,
yeah.
so,
Ever
so
heard
I
of like
had abs
runner's
like
high?
for quite some time. Yeah, I had abs like for years, but like I never like only if I flexed it. If I didn't flex it, then just like a flat stomach,
Yeah.
like just a normal belly.
Hmm.
So when I flexed it, I was like, it's there. Like if I was like, I can get some progress. And so, like, so I did the push-ups, and I knew I was able to do them. But when I first did them, I was like, damn, I'm tired. Like after like 20, I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, I'm
Like
so
this is a lot
tired.
harder than I thought.
Yeah, then I thought,
I
I was like,
had.
okay, I was like, yeah, because I was like, all right, I could do it throughout the day. So I take a break, right? Come
Mhm.
back, right? Do another 10. I'm like, my arms feel so weak. I'm like, oh my God.
Just jelly.
So yeah, they feel like jelly, right? I feel like they're gonna fall off. And I was like,
Hmm.
30. I was like, damn, how am I gonna get to 100?
Dude.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna spread them out to the day. So I'm gonna wait another hour, 10 push-ups. I'm like, fuck, it's getting harder and harder. And then I kept doing them every day. So I did it. Like I ended up doing okay, so the first week I didn't do 100 push-ups every day. I actually failed at like 80. I stopped at 80 something, like a couple
Yeah.
of days. And then I started like getting better at it because like, I was building body strength, because the
Hmm.
whole point of the challenge was to build body strength. There's actually a YouTube video about it. And so I was like, okay, like this seems legit. So I was like, this is easy. I don't have to go to the gym. I don't got to spend $25 a month. I don't got to worry about having a car to get to the gym because I don't even have a car right now. And I don't got to worry about someone taking me because I hate when someone drives for me because, I just feel
Yeah.
petty about it. And I was like, okay, this is what I can do. Perfect. So I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And then at the end of the month, I was like, all right, what's next? And he goes, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bump it up. I'm like, all right, say less. 125. Let's do it. So I put a 125 next month, 150. I was like, all right, this is getting easier now. And I didn't do that right off jump. I was doing like 100 push-ups, and then I stopped. It was kind of like 100 push-ups. And then a few months later, I did it again, another month straight, 100 push-ups. And then like for like 3 months, I did 100 push-ups straight. And I was like, I don't feel any progress anymore. I feel like I'm just flying through these.
Hmm.
And keep in mind, my position of doing push-ups was like it was really ass at first, but I was struggling. So now like my form is getting so much
Yeah,
better.
like it's solid. Dude, they
Yeah,
make
because like
me
before.
do push-ups with. I have a channel point request for push-ups,
Mhm,
and one time they tried to make me do 50, and I just looked at
50.
them. Like I was like, "You guys want me to do 50 push-ups right now?" And then they made fun of me. They made fun of me when I couldn't do 50. I was like, you guys, somebody else drop and give me 50. You can't fucking do it. So you know how hard
like,
it is. Let them know. Let them know. It's just not easy.
yeah, it's not easy unless like, you know, if you're naturally like, you know, how do you explain this?
Athletic, like if you're
Athletic,
just
yeah,
yeah
athletic
naturally
person.
built, yeah.
Yeah. Gamer, you're not going to be able to do it right away because, like, the only thing that you're training is your hands, your fingers. That's
And I
it.
weigh 200
Anything else, you
pounds.
just,
Like
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
that's a
And
lot. I got
so,
long arms, man. That's a lot to go down and back up.
I feel you, bro.
You
My
do have
arms be
long
reaching for
arms.
another.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes.
So you do push-ups, and I actually tried doing that once, but I gave up. But I would do like I load trucks. That's my job. Anytime I would get a new trailer, which would be probably about every 45 minutes, because I'd be sitting down while I load them. I would do 10 push-ups when I walked into the trailer to do an inspection, so no one could see me. And I would sit there. I'd do 10 push-ups. I'd walk out, you know, get my stuff, and then when I got my next trailer, I'd do 10 more. And then probably by the end of the day, I'd have about 100 push-ups round. I do about 10 trucks.
Yeah. Because all it is just, like spreading it out, and then eventually you'll get to a point where like you can do. So I was able to do it throughout the day, and then I started doing like 20 to in one go. And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, what if I just like kept going until like my arms fell off? So I was able to
How high did
do.
you ever get?
I think it was like around 50 without a G Fuel can. 70 in a G Fuel can. I'm not even joking.
You swear. I mean, that's what you were talking about earlier. You said, you know, if you eat one more two things, you could be, you know, caffeine. So yeah, I could see you. I could see 50 or more with a G Fuel can. Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah. So,
100%.
but I will say this, like that time is where like I was like my friend told me the way I was doing it was wrong, and my friend is into like
Fitness. Like
fitness,
personal training.
Exactly. So he told me I was doing it wrong, but like to other people, it seemed fine. So I was like, am I really doing it wrong? And I was like, well, he's into fitness, so
don't question
his advice is probably better. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. And then the way he showed me, I was like, oh, this is really hard.
Yeah, it's
I was doing it wrong.
Like right here, then just
exactly. Because like what I was doing was like wide, and then I started going in like slowly, like the more I progressed.
You would,
yep. And I gave it more of a challenge for myself.
You ever do diamonds?
I'm not gonna lie, I was not able to do diamonds for a while. I didn't know why. I couldn't figure out why, but then like after a while, like I figured it out. I was like, yeah,
that's what stops me. It gets like stuck. Like I'll be going up, and then it'll just cut out, and I'm like, all right, well, we're good. That's enough working out today.
Because I feel like I'm gonna break my shoulder sometimes. I was like, because maybe I was doing it wrong, so I was like trying to figure that out. I was like, is it too high, too low? Like what's going on here?
Because you're trying to figure it out for yourself, and you're like, oh, this hurts, but is it supposed to hurt? Because it's your first time doing it, so. Dude,
exactly.
I get that 100%. So your goals were being healthy. You know, you wanted to maintain mental health, physical health, you know, anything to put you in a good mood, keep your body nice and, you know, for you. And then you had...
Yeah, so basically, like, I'm always in a never-ending cycle of looking for improvements, whether it's like personally or like my content or my, you know, whatever I'm working on. So... yeah, I would 100% say more of like things personally, because like I feel like right now at this point in like my career of like streaming and like this gaming career, I feel like I'm at a solid level of like knowledge of knowing what works and what doesn't work.
You're comfortable,
right? So yeah, I'm very comfortable where I'm at, and I wouldn't say like I'm gonna get comfortable and I'm just gonna slack off. You know, it's more of like, okay, like I'm consistently learning day by day as what works in the algorithm, like YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, I noticed
like always
you're
every
a big
day
algorithm guy. I noticed.
Yeah, because
you
like
were tweeting at Pride earlier about thumbnails, and you said that you had some boss.
Oh, you saw that tweet?
Yeah, because I follow Pride because I saw one of his clips, and I was like, dude, this dude's cracked. So I followed him. I tweeted. I said, you're cracked, and he liked it. And I was like, I saw that he was followed by Pomage and all them. I was like, who is this guy? And then I realized he edited Pomage's like first montages that I would watch, and I was like, dude, I had to DM him. I was like, dude, you're just like he was part of the start of me, and I had no idea because I didn't know he edited Pomage's first YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that dude's like really wholesome and just a really good dude as far as I can tell.
Yeah, that dude is. I fucking love Pride. That like he is my all-time favorite editor. Like I don't care who makes the most craziest shit in the community. The way like there was a friend that was like, bro, you dick right Pride. I was like, bro, Pride it literally
I
creates
saw that.
how I make content.
You said
Because
how?
it
Dude, that shit heavy.
yeah, because like
I
yeah,
was in the
I was
bathroom at
fucking with
work,
him.
and I was like, I was just scrolling through. I was like, oh, a little bit of beef. I was like, that's funny. He just shit on his whole life. I was like, that
Yeah,
was
no,
fucking
usually
good.
like I don't come on anyone's neck like that, but like I think
He
I just
came
thought
at
that
you
smoke.
like you had
Yeah,
to.
you know?
You're gonna bring that smoke. I'm gonna bring it back. Just like
Yeah, just like banter back to back.
yeah, I will not be rude to anybody, but if you come in my stream and you say you're dog shit, I'm gonna have my entire chat call you dog shit for multiple reasons. Like, I'm not gonna give
like
you any
I
attention.
don't like genuinely. I never like if I ever talk shit on Call of Duty, I never mean it like
Oh
personally.
yeah, no, it's just shit talk.
It's just straight banter. It's
Yeah,
just like
it's
I'm
just
not taking it
straight,
serious.
Like fuck you, no, fuck you. Yeah, no. I get you.
Exactly. Yeah. So I like by the end of the day, it's like if I ever met you in person, I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck you, bro. You went negative in my match. You fucking. I'm like, nah, I don't care about that. The hell,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to vibe and just have a good time. Like Call of Duty, just Call of Duty, man. It's,
It is what it is, and it's sad when people
Exactly.
can't see it for that. When they see it as personal, it's like, man, this is a fucking game. Like I don't even know you. I'm just talking because I'm mad at the game, and you can clearly
Exactly.
tell that, but you're taking it to heart. Like who hurt you? Just be okay. It's gonna be all right. I remember playing with
Yes.
you, and we got into a game with those sweaty kids using the burst, and the next game we played against them again after they called us shit. And you were like, you ready to get this fucking ass whooping again, son? I'm gonna fuck you up. And then you like top fragged, and you're like, what? I top fragged with a fucking sniper. You didn't do shit with your AUG, dude. That shit was so fucking funny. Like I was just sitting there just listening, and it was fantastic. Like top tier.
Dude, it's
shit
so
talk.
funny when you just like shit talk them and they're all quiet because like they come at you and then it's like, all right, let me just bounce back, just for content because people like that. It's weird, and like I've never been the type of guy to like talk shit. I mean, yeah, sure, when I first started playing Call of Duty, I think everybody
have
talked
to.
shit,
Yeah,
in game
everybody.
chat, yeah.
Yeah,
But like as
is.
I got older, I was like, nah, I don't want to talk shit no more. I kind of want to just like. Just keep it, just keep it chilling, just
Yeah, be
positive,
positive.
whatever. Yeah, but then like another part of me, that little ego inside of me
gets
that's
rid
like,
of the fun.
oh, if a motherfucker talks shit, I'm gonna fucking shit on
Yeah.
his head, bro.
You
Like,
just sit there and you wait for somebody to talk shit. It's not like
exactly.
you're not going to, but you're wishing for it. You're wishing for somebody to try you. Yep.
Because like it's, I don't know. To me, it's just comedy. Like if I ever see someone, like for an example, like Hamad just go at someone's neck in the community, I'm like, damn, like
Yeah,
oh
yep.
shit, what's going on? It's
I
just
saw
funny,
his-
know.
I saw his
'Cause
tweet. He
don't
said you
see
might
that
want to
on a
delete
daily.
this video, and then when you click on the link, it's a dude doing like a split ass triple with like 3 missed shots, and he's just like, you might want to delete this, but he just quote. I was like, dude, why?
Like, hey, you had to do all that.
Like, oh god, I can only hit shit in search, man. Respawn, I have no luck. I hit marker the 4th guy. It's been like that since Modern Warfare 3. Search and destroy is the only time. Like I had an ace, but a 5-man kill cam in search already this year, and like I feel like that's more rewarding than respawn 5 or 6 man. You know what I'm saying? But I've also never hit
Right.
one, so I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying?
So have you like when you first started playing Call of Duty, was it like your S&D was always your go-to?
No, it was respawn, and I was dog shit, absolutely terrible. Like I was a quickscoper. Like when I 1v1 people, I was good, but when I think I was just young and I played aggressive, so I would just push everything, get fucked, same shit. But I think Advanced Warfare, I started playing hardcore search, and that was what 2013, something like that. So I was like 13, 14, and I made like top 500 on the leaderboard. So I was like, I like search. So I played hardcore search. I took a break from Call of Duty from like right after Advanced Warfare all the way up until Modern Warfare released. And then I came back on that game, and I lost the game of search because I started playing hardcore search because that's where I left off. I lost the game of search using an MP5 sweat, and I went 35-6, and we lost. And at that moment, I was like, this isn't rewarding. I'm just gonna snipe. I'm just gonna go back to sniping because, a quad feed with an MP5, that doesn't feel rewarding. And at the end of the day, if you lose the game, that's not rewarding. So if I get a quad feed with an AX50 in search, that's nasty. Like,
Right.
that's my take on it. But I see you out here just like absolutely like drop the nuke today. Like you're insane.
Yeah, I was surprised I got it.
Dude.
I'm really surprised.
Dude, you're with a Barrett. With a Barrett at that.
Yeah, that's the worst time of the game.
Like how? I'm sitting there, I'm just like, this dude, I joined when you had the 6, you hit 6, and then I was like I was lurking the whole time, and then I, you know, started paying attention. So you hit 7, 8, and then once you hit 10, I was like, dude, you hit 14, and me and somebody in chat said nuke at the same time, and then I redeemed the clip luck, and then it went through, and I was like, yeah, we got it. Yeah, it's like it all came through. But yeah, man, like that's insane. Like if I could do that, I would play Respawn, but I don't know why. I think I play more like planned out, because like in search, you know, there's only 6 people.
Do you feel like you get that pressure of not having another life to live, that you have to like try really, really hard, and like it just changes your whole like mindset of how you approach gunfights?
Yes and no, because like if I want to, I can get into that mindset, but I don't unless like I feel like I have to. Like most nights I just sit here and play and talk with chat, and if I hit something, it's just a bonus, you know, whatever. But like if somebody's talking shit in chat, somebody comes in my stream and says, haha, 15 viewers, you suck, or you went 0-8, like the next game I play against them, I'm going to get in the mindset of I'm not going to die, I'm going to fuck you up, and I'm going to try. But I think the reason why I do better in search is because there's only 6 people. They can't respawn, so they go one way. So you can strategize to which way they go. You see 2 people go this way, you see 4 people go that way. You know which flanks you want to take. Like it's more of a mental game for me rather than respawns kind of random RNG at spawns, and I don't have good luck at all.
Right.
So
yeah, because with respawn, I mean, if you were like to, because the way I look at respawn compared to S&D, because that's interesting you said that, because like the way I look at S&D is like the same way, but when it comes to respawn, I'm like, I like the fact that I would get like 3 kills and I die. I'm like, okay, I'm coming back stronger. So like that's like my mentality when it comes to respawn.
Okay.
And like for me, like let's say, so like respawn game modes, like, so I'm not gonna lie, like some games, like they have really funky spawns. And let's say for an example, like my teammate's behind me, right? So let's say, what's a good map I can give an example? Like Moscow, right? You know, we're like, so let's say like for an example, if I'm at B flag, right? It's a 3-lane map. I'm like, okay, all my whole entire team is spread out. They got street, they got escalators. All I got to look at is right in front of me. And I know they're going to consistently spawn by the, was it A flag fountain, right? Yeah, so I know they're going to be swarming there. And every time I die, I always think about like where I spawn. So like when you die, that's a spawn point. You die, the guy kills you, you respawn, boom, spawn point. I'm like, okay, I remember that. Yeah, so next time I'm like, okay, if I was to kill a guy where he killed me, that's where he would spawn.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yep. I used to think about that. Like I never paid it much attention. It popped into my brain once. I do remember thinking, like, having that mentality before, but I never. I don't have the ability to just memorize all that shit all the time because I'm doing this and that and this. What you can do is a gift. I cannot do that. so like I can get spawns, but like I can't go from Moscow to Checkmate to Mall to Raid to this to this to that and know all those spawns. It would take me forever. So, but now that you're saying that, it makes respawn clips way more rewarding in that perspective of you memorize those spawns. You know where they're gonna spawn. You've done this before. You're gonna go to that spot and you're gonna hit where you need to hit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I still think that like the S&D factor of not having to respawn and you gotta wait like a whole 2 minutes to just, like, let's say for an example, if you were to play Miami on Search and Destroy and you get 2 kills, right? Like 2 kills, ain't nobody gonna flip out about 2 kills unless you do something like crazy, like no scope across the map twice.
Yeah.
You get 2 kills, and then like in the beginning, like the first 30 seconds of the game, and then boom, you gotta wait a whole 2 minutes plus the best play of the game, plus the round to start, plus you getting to the next spawn just to get the next kill. So I'm like, for me, I get so impatient. I'm like, I just want to get more kills. Like you know what I mean? Like I just want to keep go. You know, and instead of just.
That's why you're the fastest pepper alive.
That's my motto.
Because you can do that. Like, and this might just come with time. You know, I've only been streaming for like 4 months, but a reason why I really like streaming search is, I have that time in between. I focus on chat. I hang out with chat. I talk to chat, and that keeps me entertained for that time. Or like I said earlier, I smoke, so that gives me enough time. If somebody requests me to dab, I'll smack a dab, and then like I have plenty of time. It doesn't feel rushed almost, where I feel like I'm missing stuff if I'm playing Respawn, like Nuketown, for example. I do that every time I warm up. I feel like I miss a whole bunch of chat, and I probably shouldn't feel as bad as I do, but like it just, I don't know why I feel bad about it, but it's
Yeah,
like,
because you want
I
to
miss a
make sure
chat.
that you're reading
Yeah, I
everybody's
want to make
messages in
sure
the right
that,
order
yeah, I
and
try
in
my
time.
best. Yeah, try my best to
feel
do
that.
it. So that's why maybe when I get more used to reading chat, pay attention to everything, I could potentially transfer those skills over to Respawn. But like that's why I feel like I have to stay at search, because it gives me more of a chill vibe rather than like you being the fastest pepper can do fucking everything 90 miles an hour.
Because like the way I do it, the method I read chat when it comes to like Respawn is I would grab someone's message in chat, right? I would read it, and as I'm running, I would autopilot. Like a lot of times, I'm always autopilot when I play, and I need to stop doing that because it fucks up my gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
So I would read their message, and let's say they ask a question like, "Hey Zephy, what is your best sensitivity?" Or what do you think I should rock as my sensitivity, right? I read it, and I look back at the game, and I'm like, in my head, I'm planning out like, okay, what do I need to do? And then as I'm doing it, right, like as I'm playing, I can answer the person's question. So like I'm like, okay, to be honest, bro, I rock 1414, and as I'm doing that, you know, I'm playing and gaming at the same time, and then I would answer this question, and then depending on if I need to keep going, or like if I'm reloading, or if I'm like
Take another quick peek.
yeah. Or let's say if there's tactical insurgents, if there was back in the day on older CODs, I would place it, and then as I'm placing it, like I would read another message in the chat. I used to do that 1 over 2 a lot. Like every time I'm trying to set my spawn, I put my tack down and I read another message real fast, and then answer it as fast as I can, in like in a short amount of time. Or sometimes like if I feel like some messages need to be explained further, as in let's say someone asked me, "Hey Zephy, what was it like growing up playing video games?" And I would answer that, right? I'll give them a little story, and then like as I'm going with the story, I would try to like keep it in the time span of in that life of me getting kills, and then as soon as I die,
New time.
then I try to wrap up that. Yeah, then I catch another message, and I try to like finish that story within that time span of that life.
That's crazy that you can do that. Like I really could. Like
Honestly, it's hard, but like at first it was so hard for me to do that. Like the most I could do was like read and then short answer, and then just try to get as many kills as I can, and then stop looking at my screen, read the chat, answer another question, and then keep going. I noticed like what's the name? I think Scope did that, and like I kind of caught the rhythm, but I was like, how can I make that rhythm better without like slacking on my gameplay?
yeah.
So or like, you know, reading chat. It's something that like I think, because I've been streaming for I want to say 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. So it takes so much practice, a lot of practice.
And that's why, like I said, I stay at search until I get the grip of that, and then, you know, maybe I blossom into something good. instead of just being a search player, I could be more versatile. But
yeah, it just takes practice.
I had somebody in chat ask. Okay, he's asked 2 questions, or 3. We'll start with the shortest one, which is, can you ask him what his best pickup line is? You got a best pickup line you're thinking of?
Okay, I got a cringy one that I can think of right off the bat. If you know the Modern Warfare 2 intervention, you're gonna cringe your ass off.
Yep.
Are you in an intervention with FMJ? Because if so, can you? Well, actually, no. Are you in an intervention with FMJ? Because if you are, no. How did it go again? Are you in an intervention with FMJ? Because if you are, I want you to penetrate me. Because FMJ, Full Metal Jacket, and it says increased penetration to the wall. So I was like, I literally made up that one. I was like, oh my god.
That's, oh god, that's great. There you go, Charlie.
It's terrible. I know.
No, it's okay. Charlie's got it. He's gonna use it. He's gonna love it.
But also, honestly, pickup lines, I don't recommend them.
I don't either.
like.
I don't know. He's been asking for the last 2 days for me to give him some, and I'm like, I didn't use one. I just got DM'd on Twitter. Like it just happens.
Yeah, the best way you can talk to a girl is never use a pickup line, because not like 10 times out of 10 she's gonna look at it and she's gonna be like,
Cliche.
okay, like that's cliche. Like he has no experience with talking to girls. I'm just gonna ignore him, and they're gonna get left on red. You don't even. Yeah, you're
That's how
better
you carry
off.
yourself.
Exactly. That's how you just like kill the conversation.
You're better off just being like, hey, you're cute. Let's go on a date. Like displaying confidence. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, just playing confidence. I mean, sometimes you don't have to jump like that at that point.
I mean, you don't have to, but I guarantee you.
I mean, if you want to like just cut straight to it, hey, by all means, hey, go for it. Maybe she's just that type of girl. But like, you know, sometimes for a girl, like they rather just simply conversate and just for you to be yourself. And
try to be a friend first, but don't get stuck in the friend zone.
Yeah. Because like, she got to know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like
100%.
when you talk to a stranger, you got to know him, right? Like, you can't just be friends with somebody that you don't even know.
Yeah, you'd be like, is this guy gonna kill me?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You never know. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. He said, what, and this is something that I wanted to touch on as well. What is your favorite COD like that like you would, if servers were populated all the time, you could play whatever game mode you wanted? What COD would you play 24/7 if you could?
I want to say Modern Warfare 2 just because I still feel like I'm not completed with that game. So I'm such a nerd with it. It's insane.
Yep. I agree 100%.
I like, as bad as this sound, I think like I'm more of a bigger nerd on Modern Warfare 2 than like I don't know. I like maybe Homage, because dude, I literally study that game like it's a fucking textbook, bro. Like it's so bad.
You sound like you're like really into like game knowledge. Like he said in chat, he said that he likes to learn spawns, manipulate them, has very good game knowledge. Like that's true. Like you're very intellectual when it comes to the game. You break it down to almost a science instead of playing a game. Like you kind of look at it differently.
I would get to the point.
You're an algorithm guy. You're that's just the type of person you are. You just know algorithms that come to you, patterns. You just know and you're good at them, so you use them to your advantage.
Yeah, there's been times where like because I played competitive sniping in the past, and I'm not even joking. The way like me and my boy KUZA, when we play 2v2s, we would like we would look at it as we want to fuck with someone's head as we're playing. So like let's say for an example, they're coming in with comments like, oh, these guys are randoms, man, what the hell, like nobodies, we can beast them, whatever, they're in top 5 clans, whatever.
Make them feel
and then on our head we're like, okay, we say nothing, right? We have no mics, no communication, like in their head, like, are we really getting beasted by 2 people that have no mics? And we have mics, we're communicating, and they're not even saying a single word. Like the chemistry is beyond us. Like
you're in their heads because they don't know.
I'm in their heads before I even like. Oh man, that's like the next level of competitive.
That really is, and it's all a mind game. It's like chess. There's people that play checkers and there's people that play chess. And when you play chess or when you play checkers in Call of Duty, you're just playing Call of Duty. If you're playing chess in Call of Duty, you're playing Call of Duty and the players that you're playing against. You're playing their brain. You're playing a whole strategy against, like, you have, even if you don't have the game planned out in your head, you have the game planned out in your head of what you want to do, what you're trying to accomplish. And with sheer willpower and experience and practice, you're gonna do that, you know?
Exactly.
So I completely understand that. Like, that's very well said.
Yeah, because like going into someone's head, like it's like breaking confidence and understanding, like adapting to someone else's play style. Because like back in Modern Warfare 2 competitive sniping, I don't know if you were like ever part of that era.
I wasn't like in competitive, but I tried sniping. I couldn't tell you if I was good. Like I said, I was 10 years old when that came out, so I can't really remember back that far to like tell you if I was genuinely good.
Okay. So yeah, so like at that time, we would like understand how someone played within like quickly within the first like minute of the game. Like the game would average maybe 10 to 15 minutes, headquarters, scrapyard.
That's how I play now. Yep.
Yeah, so like we would adapt to their play style, and like immediately, if we knew how they played, we had like 3 different play styles. So so we would be fucking with their heads, like what play style they'd be doing next, because it was in a 2v2 match. I would have my boy KUZA. He would slay out. I'd be the objective person, right? And then sometimes, like let's say for an example, if KUZA was lagging, we would switch like positions. I would slay out. He would play objective. but he was always like the slaying type of person. So I would be the objective. So like when we switched roles, it was different. But I also played like a OBJ as well because I'm always an objective person. Even though like maybe on stream you never see me cap any flags or whatever because I'm always addicted to getting kills. But it's like
that's what your gameplay relies on. That's what people expect. Though.
Exactly.
People expect you to go hit feeds. They don't expect you to sit on an objective. You're not marksman. You're not supposed to play objective and win every game. Your objective
unless if I was put in a tournament, then 100%.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah. If you're in a tournament for money,
through.
you're trying for the win. But when you're just streaming, you're playing casuals. Your own objective is not to win the game. It's to top frag, get content. So
exactly.
Can watch. You know, you're trying to show people what you got, whether you win or lose. Like it, nobody really cares about that anymore. It's not a bit your win-loss ratio. It's like nobody cares. People want to see if you can hit Fury kills, Ultra kills. Like that's what people want. So you know you're not expected to play objective unless you're playing in a tournament.
Yeah. So, with playing objective, and slaying, it's like that's two play styles, and then there's another play style that I mix in where it's like I play like a rat, as in like I play. It was weird because me and my boy KUZA, we had like incredible chemistry. Like we'd be in synchronized without even saying a single word. It was dope. It's like you're watching a superhero movie and you see the two best duos or whatever just going at it and just like fucking everybody up and then just in synchronized. Like that was us right there, dude. It was so sick.
It just felt great. Yeah, you can go back. You would want to go back to that moment and just
that 100%. If I could go back to any point in time, I would 100% play another 2v2 with KUZA on 1-over-2 and play against anyone in the fucking committed sniping community. We would be 100% down because like he always like told me no matter who you face against in a tournament, you should never be scared because that person's a human being and they're always going to make a mistake. Yeah, they could be nervous or maybe they're coming through with confidence, incredible amount of confidence, but you got to be more confident than them. Yeah, you got to make sure you secure that dub.
Yeah.
And he also told me, and he also told me like as a competitive player, you don't want to come in with all the ego. Like you say GG, you know, like this dude was coaching me how to play a video game, but it was on a next level
lessons.
To like, yeah, exactly.
Kind of just being respectful, hold yourself to a high standard.
Yeah, like he was like real shit, like real coaching. I was like, damn, like, and because I asked him, because I sucked at Modern Warfare 2. I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I felt like the average player. I just didn't feel good. And I saw him like just do so much better. And he's in Panama, right? And he had like I'm talking like Central America. So he's like all the way down south, like
separate pings.
You know, yeah, crazy ping. So if he's on like Canadian hose, he's on a 2-bar connection. If he's on like anyone in the US 3-bar, he can't even get on like a strong like under 40 ping. He was always above 100 ping. And he would be competing up against the best players.
Yeah.
Like this dude was on another level. Like that was what blew my mind. And my friends got mad that I would dick ride him. I'm like, dude, like you don't see what I'm seeing.
Yeah, like
exactly.
I know a dude named he's in my chat a lot. I know him in real life too. His name's Mace Mew. This dude he was like top 1,000 for Surge this year already. His score per minute was like fucking 900. His KD is like a 2.1. Like pros have like a KD of 1.9. Like the skill base fucks him so hard, and this kid's out here just fucking dropping 2.1 KDs almost every game. He plays Surge respawns. He did Fortnite tournaments. Like the dude's just cracked. So like when he said he started streaming, I was like, dude, like whether like usually I hold myself like to like not like I don't want to do. I never try to do follow for follow. I like organic growth 100%. I believe that's the way to go. So like when somebody comes in, follows, and they say they stream, I always check them out. And then if they earn that follow, I give them a follow. Well, I'm like, dude, you're just so cracked. Like you deserve that immediately. Like regardless, like you're insane. Like regardless of whether you have a webcam or not, people need to fucking see this. Like the dude I talked about in your chat, he hit 160 kills and 40 deaths on combined arms assault.
Oh yeah, I remember that message. Dude, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Dude, I met him. Here, I'll actually try to pull up the tweet real quick. I met him when I worked at Domino's. He would, on weekends, he would leave, and he would never work weekends. And I'd be like, dude, how do you get out of that? And he was like, well, I have tournaments in Detroit for Fortnite. I was like, yeah, but weekends are the best time for money. He's like, dude, I make so much more money at that Fortnite tournament than I would here. Fuck that. and that's the dude that dropped 146. Like, he's 69th on eliminations for Xbox.
Oh shit.
He went 126 and 18. Like,
Wait, how old is he?
he's my 22, 23. He's cracked, man. Like, honestly, I ain't trying to like say anything, but like if somebody needs a pro player, I would 100% advise that this man gets
Like
picked up
him?
for something, because he's
Damn.
literally
That's
like
respect.
I could send you his tweets or whatever so you can like check him out or whatever to see for yourself. But like, he doesn't do content or anything. Like, he just plays. So he'd be like a
Just plays for
tournament player.
tournaments.
Yeah,
Like I see that. I see that.
like right now he's just doing casual, but he's been mainly a like tournament guy, and I don't know, dude's cracked. I've never seen somebody like on a controller just go that nuts. Like 160 kills in combined arms assault. Like,
Yeah, because I only seen like I think I saw 140 on my timeline, and I was like, oh my god, that's insane.
yeah,
With a sniper too. I was like, oh shit. Like I
I
don't
don't
know if
know.
I'm missing out on the combined arms or what. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I don't think he was using a sniper for that. Dude,
Damn.
he went 126 and 18. I can't find the tweet that had 140, but I remember seeing it. Oh well, it must have been a minute ago. But yeah, anyways, that dude's just insane. And then so I understand what you're saying with KUZA and stuff, like just
Yeah,
having
like
that
like
friend
when you
that's
see
just, like,
talent, yeah, you're like,
mind-blowing.
dude, I know it is. Yep.
Yeah.
You just know. You just
Yep.
know.
This dude, like, if he just did what I did, he would easily just through the fucking roof. Like,
Mhm.
it's insane. But
But it's crazy though, because like KUZA, he's such a nice guy, and he, I don't know, like it's something, because I remember he word for word he said like he saw something different in me, and he saw that I was like really hungry to learn and adapt and be able to get better.
yeah, you had the
And
drive to do
yeah,
great things.
exactly. And so I don't know, I was just surprised that he was willing to just show me, you know, and basically get an insight of like how I should be looking at how I play, you know, how to analyze. And it not only did it help me in gameplay, and I took his advice for it, but it also helped me realize like how I should also approach other games as well. Like if I ever played like Fortnite, or if I ever played some battle royale game like PUBG or H1, I know how to approach it. Like I'm like, okay, this is how I analyze it. I gotta study what's the game mechanics first, and I'm like, okay, what's the, you know, ways I can bend, you know, the rules of the game, and I can, you know,
Manipulate it to
advance
your
myself.
advantage.
Yeah, manipulate it to my advantage so I can compete with the pros, you know, stuff like that.
That's yeah, dude, and it was probably so nice having that personal like connection with somebody that has that mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I,
because a lot of times, like back in the day, like everyone's always either raging or like depressed about how they're shit,
Yeah,
or
man, if you would just
it
do
was
better,
never,
we'd win. Yeah, it was never
yeah,
constructive
exactly.
criticism. It was always just do fucking better, man. Yeah,
Exactly. Like no, like he was the only person that actually had a good conversation back in the day that understood like how
nobody
you
gets
could
better.
become better.
Yeah, nobody
Exactly.
gets better without help from better people. Like I
Exactly.
never had anybody personally come through and help me. But I remember I solely think the reason I'm good at search is because I watched Marksman. Like that
Mm.
dude is just, I don't know if you watch him, but him,
I watched him a little bit a
dude,
while
on
back.
Search and Destroy, he is just a different animal. 3 KD, like he had a 3.98 on Modern Warfare for Search.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, like
Almost a 4. You might as well
yeah,
consider
dude,
that a 4 round up.
he's fucking insane. So I would watch him. I'd watch his routes. I'd watch his grenades. You know, all that stuff. But dude, that that had to have been huge. Like having that, like kind of guidance almost, like somebody to help you get your foundation. You know what I'm saying? You built your foundation with KUZA, essentially.
Yeah, because he's basically, and I mean, I still credit him to this day, and I'm still not gonna stop. He's basically like part of the reason why I was able to get to where I am today. Because like, if I was to
Does he stream?
not learn from him, I just feel like it would be a whole different route, and I don't even think I would be where I'm at today. Because like it's just like it's like when someone steps in your life and they make that huge impact, that it just changes the direction of like how your life is.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how, like, yeah, big impact.
Like, does he stream or like do any content creating?
Right now he's been doing Warzone. Like it's kind of weird because after like MW2 days, he disappeared, and then like I got in contact with him again. I was so happy, and then like he was against Call of Duty, like reviving whatever,
Multiplayer.
and I was like whatever, like I'm still gonna play Call of Duty. He
Yeah.
was literally against it, and then all of a sudden he started playing World War II. He's like, damn, this shit's fun. Like I'm like, hey, it's still there. It's like damn,
Wanna have
and I
fun?
remember he went up against do you know ZEPHYS, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, so he went up against ZEPHYS. He heard about ZEPHYS around World War II.
Mhm.
That's where like before he started blowing up and whatnot. And he was like, damn, this guy's fucking good. Like, oh shit, like this guy's legit. And he's like, damn, I kind of want to get back into sniping now. And BO4 came out. He doesn't like Treyarch games. And then Modern Warfare came out. And he was like, hey, Zephy, I'm gonna play Modern Warfare. I'm like, let's
Treyarch
fucking
games,
go,
man.
dude. We're gonna run it back. Like, let's go.
Did you?
So yeah, we ran it back, and
Hell yeah.
I remember there was a 2v2 tournament on Modern Warfare, a sniping only tournament, and it was the very first tournament that I lost. And it was because one, I mean, to be honest, like I didn't want to blame KUZA, but he's obviously at a disadvantage, and especially nowadays with how internet works, like
Yeah.
if you don't have the right setup, you don't. He was.
You're not
bro,
throwing blame because you know he would have been able to compete if he had the same circumstances that you were in.
Yeah,
Like, if he was next to you in a different, room.
like another room, right? Yeah, the equipment, everything. We would have been chilling. We probably nailed that tournament, no problem.
Mhm.
But like when we were playing that tournament, he was on like 100 and something ping. Everyone was like under 100, and then on top of that, he wasn't even playing on a monitor. He was playing on a TV, no
60
scuff,
hertz, no scuff.
dude.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I mean, I was on 60 hertz, but like I was on like, a decent connection to be able to compete. I had a monitor, and
at least you
he
had
was
fast
at the biggest
response time.
disadvantage. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was also at the risk of being disconnected because like people in his house were using the internet. So like we were on edge, and we almost won against, I think it was Bam and Pavs. I think it was on Rust. I remember a hard point, and we were so close. Like if I came in clutch on the last 30 seconds of the game where I landed a couple of my ACD shots, it could have changed it. But like even then, like if we struggled on the first round against them, like we're probably going to struggle even more later on. And I remember it was a Remedies tournament, 2v2. And actually, no, it was a second tournament. First 2v2 tournament, and then after that, I partied up with, I think it was Nitro, and then I partied up with Stories. And then with Stories, we crushed like so many fucking tournaments. Like that guy was able to keep up. And honestly, I told him this. I was like, listen, I know that fiber internet is your hard carry. Because like, bro, I know how that shit hits. Because when I played BO4 on the Soar house, mother of God, dude, my hit detection was spot clean perfect. I was fucking hitting clips like it was nothing.
Maybe
dude,
I just need to upgrade. Because I got 400 megs right now, so I could upgrade to fiber.
What do you have as your internet service provider
Spectrum
company?
They suck. Spectrum
Yeah,
suck.
no, that's like,
it's the only place
yeah,
I can get, bro.
Spectrum's
I
like
live in a
Cox.
village. I live in a fucking village, man. Like,
Damn.
like there's maybe 3 miles by fucking 8 miles of the village that I live in. So like, I mean, we can get fiber wire, but like, I was having issues with my Wi-Fi like 2 weeks ago, I think, where my router would just display like an orange globe. Like where just my router would cut my stream. I would have like fucking 30 people in there, and it would be the worst times, man. Like I'd hit PRs and then boom, Wi-Fi shit. I'm like,
damn.
Like what's going on? So I bought a new router, hooked it up and stuff, and it happened again. And I was like, okay, talked to Spectrum, and they were like, what? You had some maintenance going on. It's like, that would have been some good information to know. Thank you. I probably wouldn't have went out and bought a whole nother $200 router. And
did you get a gamer router?
I had a gamer router. I had a $200 router, but I bought it like a year and a half ago. So I was like, maybe it fucked up. So I got the Wi-Fi 6 now. It's an Asus as well. So
oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I was gonna go trade it in and get like, I think I spent 180 on that, like for retail, so like 200 something with tax. But they had one that was like, instead of dual band, it might have been quad band or tri-band. I don't know which one it was, and it was Wi-Fi 6. It was like a Nighthawk or something, man. It was like $280, and they said I could return my router until January 15th. So I'm about to just fucking like take an extra $100, go turn it in, and then trade it for like a $300 router, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because sometimes it won't even be your router; it'll just be the internet service company itself. Like it's That's why I'm
Spectrum just
telling people,
sucks.
man. As soon as everybody gets fiber, ain't nobody gonna be worrying about like internet connection.
Yep.
Like it's so ass. Like just fuck cable internet. That's why, man. I've
Dude,
been stressing about that for like years.
like I've always wanted to live in the country, but that'd be my biggest fear is I wouldn't be able to get some good fucking Wi-Fi. But I want to live in the country because shit, if I want to shoot a gun, if I want to fucking have a bonfire, like I want to do that shit, and I can do that on the country, but I can't do it in town. So I
Yeah.
want to stay out of town, but I need to stay out of a big town so I can still get good ass Wi-Fi because that is
So
like
kind
you
of
said,
just
key.
in between, like
Yeah.
between both places, so you can
Like
get
if
both
like you
worlds.
got a big town here, you got a big town here. I'd like to be like either like in the middle. That's too far. That an internet service provider won't be able to do that. They can go a little bit like without like a 2-mile radius. I think is what I've been kind of like grasping from what they've been telling me. But I'd like to say like 2 miles out of town type thing. Get like a nice like 4-bedroom house. Like I don't know, that's my long-term goal. That when we were talking about goals and stuff, my long-term goal would be definitely just have a house with solid Wi-Fi, solid connections. I wanted my own, like you said, numbers. You don't do numbers more personal. Well, my personal goal is to have a stream room because right now I got my whole background. You can see my chameleon cage right here. I got my girlfriend plays on this setup behind me. I got my whole living room set up over here. Like, it's
Wait,
not
girlfriend plays
ideal.
video games?
Oh, dude, she plays Apex, man. She's really good at Apex.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, she always
That's
she always
goals,
tries
bro.
to get me to play some fucking. My problem is I played Apex when it first came out and it was like really good, and now it's slowly starting, like how games get, man, like when they add things that they think is good, but it's not like best kill cam. Like that shit gets, like that's annoying. Like I'd rather have final kill cam in search, like nobody asked for you to change that, but they change it anyway. So I've been straying away from Apex, but they got this new holiday shit out and I've been having fun playing. I played with her before we actually did this. Like while I was lurking in your stream, I was playing with her. That's what I was doing. But yeah, no, I mean it's sweet. It is kind of goals. She's like, it's impressive how good she is at Apex. Like I tried to get her to play COD, but she just hates it.
It's not her cup of tea.
No, she hates it. She doesn't like to do things she's bad at, and apparently she thinks she's bad at COD. And I try to tell her all the time, like, you're not going to get better unless you do it more.
You practice.
Yeah. And I was like, and back in the day when you played COD, you got shit on. But now they have this thing that I bitch about all the time that you're gonna love, and it's called skill-based matchmaking, baby.
Yeah.
you're gonna have a great old time moving your way up in the ranks. So, I mean, I guess that goes for best games and stuff. I love vibing. This is honestly like I'm enjoying this so much right now. So I
Yeah, no,
really appreciate
absolutely,
you
like-
coming on, man.
I think my biggest concern with like this podcast stuff was like because since after I tweeted that out, I was like I thought about it and I was like, well, I probably should have just hit like not everyone up, but maybe just some people that I feel like they have like a well established like podcast. And because like I've seen some people in the past that participated in a podcast and it was like super unprofessional and like
Super like
there was no
awkward.
web. Yeah, awkward, right? I'm like I mean, because I know I'm the type of guy that can like hold a conversation
Me too.
and make it like not awkward. You know what I mean? Because I even had that in person. Like I met like very awkward people, and I used to be awkward person myself, so I understand both ways.
Yep. Yeah,
And-
it's all about being understanding, and the more understanding you are,
Exactly.
the better, the more charisma you have, and the more fun a conversation could be. So you really took a risk
Exactly.
coming out here, and all I hope is that I've shown you that I'm very charismatic as well. And this,
No, yeah, of
I
course.
hope
Like
this has
the
been
same goes to me.
no, honestly, it's been really great. You've been very nice. Like, I just wanted to pause for a second, let everybody know that Soar Zephy is a very nice dude, and I appreciate you being my first guest on my podcast that I've always wanted to do.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell
So,
yeah.
what are your thoughts on Cold War?
Yeah, Cold War. So yeah, I think it's a good game. I think a lot of people are hating it because it's just because it's skill-based matchmaking, and I think they're blinded by that. I think a lot of people are. I mean, yeah, sure, the AUG is OP, the M16 is OP,
Mob
and
mentality, though. It's all just
yeah.
mob mentality, in my opinion. It's like, oh, my friend hates it, so I'm gonna hate it too.
Exactly. So like I think like the whole entire community kind of influences even creators, right? Like even as myself, like I'm always cautious of what I say because like I know it's gonna affect not only the community but it's gonna affect my audience, and it's gonna trickle into community, and how the developers change the game because people are upset about it. And to be honest, like I try to keep it as positive as possible. It can be stressful, and I try not to complain about it as much. Even though yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie,
you
I do
have
complaining about it, but
complaints.
it's just hard, you know. Like I'm
Yeah.
just trying to like get a grip on it.
But some
Uh,
days it just keeps happening repetitively, and then you just have to say, "I hate
yeah.
you, Tony Flame." Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I've had to
You know
tweet
what I'm
that. I've had
saying?
to tweet that twice that I do not like him. He's I've had two streams that started off really well, ended very very bad because I just kept, whether it was lag, disconnecting, or something being OP. I can't remember. Dude, I hit an ace. This is exactly what
Mhm.
happened. I hit an ace, and then the very next round, like it was an ace clutch. They planted the bomb. I aced them, defused it, and everything, all with the Tundra. And then the next round, I hit a triple. And as I hit the triple, I said, "This is 100% going on YouTube." And as soon as I did that, I'm watching the kill cam, and the kill cam freezes. The whole game freezes. The whole game.
Damn,
And my Xbox
that's
just went,
tough.
and it just powered off. And I was like, "All right, cool, cool." Like, I'm going to bed. We're gonna raid somebody, and I'm just gonna go be sad. Like, it's hard to stay
Damn, that's
positive
tough.
after something like that. It was like a kick to the nuts, man. Like, but
That yeah,
I hear
that
what
is
you're
tough,
saying.
man. Like I've had a situation like that before where like my recording just completely fucked up and I just lost a file.
And it
But
was like such a nice clip. Oh god, I don't want that to happen.
dude, nah. Oh fuck, man. You're making me remember like a clip that I hit that I lost the recording. I
Don't
think it was
cry.
um there was a couple of clips that I think I lost in the past. I think there was like I know there was a few on 102 that I lost, and it was because of my old like recording device. I used to record with a PVR,
Yeah, I
and it
remember
was never
those
really reliable. And
HD
then there was one
PVRs.
point in time, yeah, there was one point in time with the Elgato. I mean, not anymore, thankfully. Where I would record something, and then like the file would fucked up somehow, and I think it's because my PC was shit. So like now, like I don't get that problem because my PC's not shit, and I think a lot of people were having that problem back in the day because of how their PC wasn't able to keep up with the Elgato.
I had that
So it was kind of
exact
like
same
really
issue.
unbalanced. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like I
So,
I started streaming off a laptop, an Acer Nitro 5, and the
mm,
Elgato would sometimes say that, like, it would literally, I would never unplug any of my wires. I would just turn my Xbox off. And if I ever turned my Xbox on, I would have to like disable the video and then enable it in order for it to pick up that the Elgato's there. And it just kept happening and happening. I have not had that problem since I got this new PC. Like, never once have I had a problem with my Elgato picking anything up. Like, and I
yeah.
never really, the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I bought a shitty Elgato. I got the shitty hand of the shitty draw there. But in reality, the PC just gonna keep up with it.
Yeah, I
Have you
think
ever
like
heard?
what's good.
Have you ever heard
Wait,
of
go
a
ahead.
ripsaw? Like the Razer
Ripsaw?
ripsaw? I was thinking about
I
getting
heard
a
about that.
I was thinking about
Yeah.
getting it because it has like a 4K pass through, so I'd be able to play in 4K, but record in 1080. So like I would
4K
see
pass
4K.
through.
Yeah, so like you know how, well, like when I record off my Xbox with my Elgato, and it's just a 60,
Hmm.
just a 60X Pro or whatever. So it records in 1080. So it drops my monitor to 1080, but I can play in 4K because I have the Xbox One X. I have a 4K monitor. So when you get the pass through the ripsaw, you're able to play in 4K, still see 4K, but it's recording 1080.
Even if your monitor is in 1080p.
No, 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 no. Like the Elgato itself, when you have an Elgato that's not 4K, it drops your overall quality through the Elgato. It drops it down to 1080. So you're not seeing 1080, or you're not seeing your 4K even when you want to see 4K because it's plugged into your Elgato. It limits you to only 1080 on your monitor. So the Ripsaw allows it to pass through as 4K and still record in only 1080. You know what I'm
Cause like
saying?
right, because I was a 4K Elgato and I thought I could, yeah, wouldn't I be
Yeah, the
able to do that
4K
as well?
Elgato one it would be fine. I don't have that. I only have the
Oh,
HD60
okay,
where
okay.
it's the 1080 one. So is what it does is it limits my view. Like right here, if I'm playing, I only see 1080, but in stream sees 1080. But if I get the Ripsaw, which is the same price, because I can't stream in 4K anyways, like there's no fucking way. So
Yeah, yeah.
if I just have the pass through, I can do the pass through. My quality is gonna be tremendous still. You know, like
Right.
I'm not dropping in quality. So I
Oh,
didn't
kind
know
of
if you've heard of that.
like with the FP or
Oh,
its monitor, but like,
oh, sorry, I disconnected for a second. What was up?
I get you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it was just
Okay, okay,
good now.
okay.
Yep, we're good now.
Yeah. So I play on 144 hertz monitor, and like with my Elgato, because like since I have the dual PC setup, with my old Elgato, I was basically record at 60 hertz, right? So 60 hertz pass through, and it was getting major screen tear. And it was really noticeable. And then now with this 4K, I'm able to have 144 hertz pass through and be able to record in 60 FPS. It still has screen tear, just a little bit, not much. Like it's kind of hard to notice, but if you like really pay attention, you'll notice it, or like you slow down the clip. But yeah, it wouldn't like limit me on playing at 144 frames.
Yeah, it's the same thing except it's for quality. I don't have a 144 hertz monitor. I have 260 hertz. I bought this Asus Predator monitor thinking, wow, dude, this thing's fucking amazing. It has like 4K 1 millisecond response time, and then I realized it's not 144 hertz. Like it's just 60 hertz, and I was like, okay, like that sucks. Like because I didn't know
you're
much
playing like console.
Stuff. Yeah, I'm playing
console, so then yeah, it would be essential. But if you're playing like PC games, then getting like 144 frames would be the move.
Yes, I'm going because this PC, I was very fortunate to get it, but basically is what happens is a lot of times my controller won't connect. Like I'll have to play a game on mouse and key, and then I'll have to play on controller. Like it just won't. I have a scuff and everything. It just won't do it. So I don't know why.
Damn. Is that red?
It's the tiger orange, and then I got the red paddles on the back with the gold triggers. Sir.
Oh, that's fire. What the hell?
Yeah, it's the Prestige, man. So like this shit, magnetic case.
Oh boy, he has a black Prestige scuff right here.
Yeah.
Wait, does your shit have a? Don't you have 4 paddles?
I do, but I just don't use them. I got big ass hands.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
The way I grip,
like me.
Yeah, the way I grip is like this.
Yeah,
so
that's literally. Yep.
Have you ever had a problem with your paddle like breaking? Like mine?
Breaking? No.
So like you know how it's got this thing where it like sits up against like the rest of your, like it sits up against the rest, like how it kind of sits up against your grip. Well, when I would press it, I'd press it up against the grip instead of straight down, and it started tearing like right here almost, and it just kind of tore off the bottom.
My friend actually had that problem with his his paddles.
This is my second paddle pickup because of it. Mine broke within like the first month, to be honest. But I mean,
that's crazy. Yeah, because I witnessed him like break his paddle right in front of me. I was like, why would you break your paddle? I was like, he just looked at me and goes, I don't know, it broke itself. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, how do you do it? Yeah, that's what people ask me, and I was like, I don't fucking know. I didn't make the controller. I don't know how it broke.
Yeah, because like apparently it was like so soft that it just snapped.
Yep, it just, I think it might have been because like, man, if you're resting your hand there, it's getting hot. That's plastic. You know, plastic could get to your body temperature, which is about fucking pretty warm.
Yeah, and plus
it could cause it to just rip and tear a little bit, be bendy instead of stiff.
Yeah. And all that sweat from your hands that you don't feel, but it just gets into the controller somehow.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%, man. So, did you have any like struggles like when you started like was there like a big thing? Like, did you have family support? Like, were you always like supported going up, or was it kind of hard to get? Like, did you have to get into your head and like be like, dude, I gotta get in my bag. I gotta do this myself. It is what it is. People don't think I can do this, but I'm gonna show them I can. Like, did you have any struggles like that?
I didn't, not much. Compared to like some people, like I think so.
Because of
I've
KUZA,
always,
though, as you were saying, KUZA helps you out a lot. So like,
yeah. So he changed my mindset and my perspective on a lot of things. Especially my close friends. But when I was growing up, like around, I want to say like 13. No, I would say like 12 to 15-ish, somewhere around there. Like my friends were like what? Like, you want to do this full time? They weren't like against it, but they were like, all right, you know, like they didn't really like.
It's like hearing the SoundCloud rappers shitty music, and it's like, yeah, man, you're my friend, you got this, but they don't really know.
It kind of was like that, but it was like.
But you knew that your shit was good. They just didn't understand it.
Yeah, like they knew like I wanted to make something out of it. They just didn't really understand like the way I was gonna go approach about it.
Got you.
Yeah. So with family though, I tried telling my dad like when I was like 13, and he didn't really get it. He's like, well, just finish school and just graduate, and then you can do whatever you want. I'm like, all right, that's easy. Like, done. Like immediately in my head, I was like, that's the easiest shit I could ever do in my life. And my mom and my dad were like very chill. They never really like held me to a high standard of getting straight A's. Like they told me like, yeah, we would love you to get straight A's. And
people are people.
Yeah, people are people. No, like because my dad and my mom know that like grades are not determined on how, well, at least
Smart
my
you are.
dad. Yeah, exactly. It was
It,
based off the work ethic.
yeah, it's about how much work you put in. Like I maintained my BA average just by not doing any homework and only scoring very high on tests. Like I relied on
Yeah.
tests to make sure my grades were good. So I didn't do any homework. So yeah, and that's really cool that your parents actually understood and recognized that, because my mom, I couldn't play video games during the week if I didn't have straight A's. I could only play on Friday,
Damn.
Saturday, Sunday till 7 p.m. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro,
So
it was a
that's
smack.
tough.
It was like, fuck you, Nate. You want to do video games? Fuck you. Get straight A's. I was like, sure.
Yes. Yeah. Because, dude, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I was very lucky in my situation, and I hate to brag about it. Like,
Oh, that's not bragging, man. Like that's just
no, no,
it's
no, like,
life,
and like,
you know.
yeah, like some people are,
You just got fortunate. You're very
yeah,
fortunate to be in the
yeah,
position
very
you were in.
fortunate. Yeah, that's the right word. Yeah. So like my mom, she would take it the like the Xbox way every time. Like I would, be like
Do something a kid
like a
shit.
hothead.
Yeah.
Yeah, being
some
just
kid
being
shit.
disrespectful or whatever, like just being a kid, whatever. But never really much of if I failed, like I even failed a class and she didn't take away.
That,
I was like,
that
wow,
shit's
like
gone. She's like, nope.
yeah, like she didn't take away, and I was like, damn, like I'm able to like still somehow make content out of whatever, and I'm like a junior, and I failed chemistry second semester, and she's like she's mad, but she's not taking any away my stuff,
Yeah.
and my dad's not taking away my stuff. Like my parents are divorced, so like
You got a
it wasn't,
sense of belief. Like
yeah,
like where you could tell, like they could tell that this is important to you. So like they didn't want to take it away. Which is
yeah, so
that's
yeah,
amazing. Like honestly, like shout out your parents.
that's
Great
big
people
facts.
right there. Like that would have changed so many things for me. Like I've always wanted to do content, I just never had the ability. So now that I do, here I am trying. But man, like you said, that's just fortunate. And it'd be different if you were an asshole. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you grew up and you're a dick, you were shitting on kids. Oh, you don't have this? Fuck you. You're clearly not that person. So like
Yeah.
there's no bragging involved there. You're very clearly a very well put together person. You're very respectful. You're nice, willing to help people out. You were raised very well. You're a great dude. Honest to God. Like I've known you for, dude, I've watched your streams for a couple weeks now, and I'm getting to know you more right now. You're a fantastic dude, and I've seen your content. You're always willing to help somebody. So,
I appreciate it,
like,
dude. That means a lot, man.
hey, no problem. Like that's like that's a point of these podcasts, is I want people, whether they're your fans, or random people on the internet. Like, you ever watch an interview, like let's say Juice WRLD? You watch a Juice WRLD interview and you're like, man, I fuck with Juice WRLD more now because he's got that energy, that cool vibe. Like he thinks the way I think. Like I wanted to give that perspective to you for
Right.
other people to see, so they can kind of fuck with you more, a little more personal.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the reasons why I want to hop on the podcast, is I felt like sometimes I don't really share like what I'm thinking. Like a lot of times it's just through stream, right? But I never really made a video about it. Like videos, like it's kind of like class setup, right? Or like what the videos
It's
about, like
informational.
sniping. Yeah, more informational, not
About
really
the
about
game.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more about the game than me. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking to myself, like, how can I put myself, like how I think and me as a person out there, rather than just like simply talking on stream, because not everyone's gonna pull up to the stream and have a conversation like this all the time, right?
Yeah, no,
So it's like,
definitely not.
what kind of, you know what I mean? Like, what can
What's
I
a
do?
way to get people to know you, like how you think?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's
so I
that's
thought,
been my plan.
yeah, so I thought,
great.
I was like, I could do a podcast, right? Like myself, but I was like the way I would do podcasts, I don't know, like just the construction of it and organizing it and produce it every week. Like, I don't know, like I'm not into that area just yet, because like I want to focus on like sniping content more before I even hop into different areas. And so, yeah, like just simply reaching out, and I was like, I feel like I should share a story. I don't know, like
Yeah.
just why not,
That's what I want to do. Like we keep saying podcast, interview and stuff, but like the more we do it, I feel like it's just cool to just have like a little vibe session, like where we just sit here, talk about topics, talk about like, how you came up, like stuff like that, like I feel like that is really something that people want. Like
Mm,
it's something
yeah.
that I search for when I look for content creators. I like to see their personality, not just their gameplay. So
Right.
I've had this idea for a long time, and I'm very fortunate that you were willing to give it a shot here.
Yeah,
So
of course. And I remember what's his name? You ever heard of Gary V?
Gary V, no, what does he do?
Entrepreneur, absolutely fantastic dude, and he's like he always talks about like how he's always about the hustle, and he was always talking about how like people should always make sure that they're happy about what they do and what they love doing rather than simply just doing it for the money, and like the perspective of
100%.
if you were a pizza delivery guy making $2,000 a month and you're happy,
Who cares?
hell yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
who
good
cares
for
what
you.
other people think? Yeah, exactly. And
You're
like
making what you need. You're content with
exactly,
your job.
like everyone's going to be different, and he'd rather have someone be happy by doing that rather than having someone shit on him for being a pizza delivery guy making $2,000 a month, but he's happy, you know what I mean? Like and rather than, trying to make $100,000 a month and you're absolutely miserable. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Doesn't
just
make
that
sense.
perspective in life. Yeah. So like when I watched that, it made me realize or when I watched Gary Vee, it made me realize on a lot of things about life. And I also remember watching like his podcast, and he said like when he first started, he didn't care how many listeners anybody had. He was like, put me on, let's go. I'm like, damn, like 0 listeners. You're not going to get any growth out of it. But it made me realize, I was like, you can share a story. And then within that, you can make one person, like he always said 1/0. And it made me change my whole perspective about it.
Dude, that's insane. Like that's the exact way I think about stuff, is like, even if I can help one person with doing this, whether
Mhm.
it's you or somebody in chat or anybody like that sees it going through the same stuff, that wants tips on doing this, wants help, this kind of gives them an option to do that.
Right.
So like I don't know. I just like helping people, and I could care less. Like I do give back to my channel. Like
Mhm.
when I work a full-time job. I don't need the money. Like the only time I'd ever need sub money is if I'm making this full-time job. So if I'm making it a full-time job, then by all means I'll do that. But until that point, this isn't extra spending money for me. This is going towards my dream. This is going back to giving back to the community. It's going back to getting a better setup. It's like
Right.
I don't want to. Yeah. So I completely where you're coming from. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, I want to start streaming, but I'm not sure. And then they asked me how much money I made, and I was like, well, you shouldn't care about how much money you make. Like, if that's your point of streaming, go make YouTube. Like
Yeah.
streaming is more personal. It's more, you want to talk to people. You're doing it to meet more people. Like, I have a demographics command. Like, I have people from Canada, Mexico, Zimbabwe, Argentina, Dominican Republic, the UK, Denmark, Serbia, Ireland, Portugal, Puerto Rico, Philippines, and Paraguay.
Philippines.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
shit.
I got people from all over, and that's like one of my favorite parts about streaming, is I get to meet people from all over these places. Like, and they just come in, hang out, talk different languages sometimes. They teach me some stuff. That's my favorite part about streaming, is meeting new people, kind of learning new perspectives of people, like and getting support from a stranger that you've never met before is just, it's a different feeling, I'm sure
That's facts.
like, it's just like, man, this dude has no idea who I am, and he's just coming in here saying I'm the GOAT. Like, it feels great.
Yeah.
Like, it feels great.
Yeah, and for anyone that like, because I've had those questions in the past before, like on my streams, where someone would be like, "Yo, Zephy, bro, like how much you make? I know you're a partner," and I'm like, I always tell them like, I never discuss how much I make. Even my parents, even my closest friends, I never tell them. Like no one in the world besides maybe my bank account, probably like maybe like knows.
Wife one day.
Yeah, maybe wife, sure.
Yeah, but other than that,
if she girlfriend, she ain't fucking knowing.
Yeah, it should be you who knows your money situation, because that's private, man. Like,
yeah,
knowledge is power, and if somebody has that knowledge over your stuff, like, that could be used to be manipulated in so many different ways.
It could be manipulated in many ways, and it could even be used against you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why and my dad, I remember my dad told me that one day, and I took his advice. Every time someone that I know, and I'm very, 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 very confident that they know like their shit in that area, like they're good at, right? Like my dad, he's good with like some bills, low-key beast in the system, you know, like
Yeah.
I would go to him and I would take his advice.
Mm-hmm.
And I would, every time I'd run it, I run that advice straight fucking through the roof. And I make sure I don't miss out on that. Like, so when he told me, like, never tell anybody how much money you make, took his advice, not a single word.
Yeah, there's no point in flexing it, man. That's
Exactly.
That's how people get robbed. That's how people get, you know, taken advantage. You don't want to flex your shit. I know a dude may have been allegedly doing illegal activities, but he flexed like $4,000 on his Snapchat, and then the next day, somebody broke into his house and stole his whole
Damn.
safe. Like, on God, like somebody
Yep.
knew that he wasn't there, came in there, took his whole safe, and dipped. 4K up. Like,
Yep.
don't do that shit, man. Like, that's how you fuck up. That's really how you fuck up. So
Now I can understand, like, I mean, sure, you know, in a music video, like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, if you're, you know, it depends. It depends.
yeah,
Like, you know, you just turn it up. You know, I get it. But
but
like on stream, no way.
Yeah, dude,
In this
you
kind of
don't-
story, no
wanna
shot.
give
Bro,
random
I
people-
feel guilty throwing out $1 or even just a fucking penny on the stream, like just a penny.
yeah,
I'm
it's
like, I feel guilty about it. I'm just like, why am I like, what the fuck am I doing? Put the shit away.
yeah, words everywhere. My bad.
You
But
good.
yeah, no, like I completely understand that feeling. It's like whenever somebody asks me in chat, and I don't know if I get it a lot because I'm smaller, but it just puts me in like an uncomfortable position.
Mhm.
It's like I don't want to be a dick, like, but I'm also definitely not trying to let everybody know how much money I make because it's not important to me. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
I
what's
think it's
important
all
is that
about like
people
how
are in
you,
here chatting.
yeah, like how you answer the question is always very important. Like sometimes I'll be having off days and I just answer the question very short and I just sound like a dick and I watch
Very
it back at the
blunt.
clip. I'm like, oops, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, then you feel bad about it. You're like, man, what if he doesn't come back because I was an asshole? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, usually like if someone asks me that, I'm like, hey, like I'm sorry, I don't discuss about how much money I make. Like I kind of, you know, just personal thing, you know, just something. And they're like, oh, how come you don't want to discuss about it? I'm like, well, to be honest with you, yeah, I literally word for word, I'm like, to be honest, like my dad told me to never discuss about how much money I make, and I took his advice, and no one in the world knows how much money I make. And then they're like, okay, I respect it, and then oh, we're, you know what I mean, like
And then
we're
all
on good
And
terms.
if you don't respect it, then see ya. Adios, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Bye bye. Have a good one.
I agree 100%, man. And you know, the best way that I ever found out to get advice is ask a successful person if they could go back to a position where you're at, what would they do different? So like,
Yeah, that's
like
good, yeah.
like if I were to ask you, like, man, like if you were to go back, what is one thing that you would change to your future? Like for example, my uncle, I asked him what he would do, and right now he's an engineer, electrical engineer at a big company, makes really good money. He said that he would go back, and instead of doing his first industrial electrical job, he would do linesman electrical job to a union where they start off making like 120 a year. You get a journeyman and you do all that, and I was like, oh, well, that's perspective right there. Like, that's important. So like, if you're comfortable, what would you change back? Like, if you started, you realize, you know what, man, I should have never fucking done that.
So I think now, like I'm at this point where I would think I don't know, I don't really think back too much about like what I would do differently. It's weird because I'm like,
You feel like you've done exactly what you should do? Like, you feel
not
comfortable?
necessarily like maybe in that time being, I'm like, oh, I wish I could have done something else, right? But like now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm glad I did that because that made me realize like what not to do in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
like
you
I'm
don't wanna
basically
miss that
learning from the
mistake.
past experience to build myself up, like personally, like mentally.
Yeah,
Like
no, I hear you.
like for an example, back in high school when I got fucking friend zoned twice in junior year, right? I'm like thinking to myself, like,
Rip.
damn, I could have just been focusing on YouTube and stop being so caught up on a girl, right?
But you're glad you didn't, because now you know how to.
Now I know how to talk. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
and
now
now
I
you can
know
talk
how
to
to not
girls.
get friend zoned because now I've been in that situation,
No,
and it made me realize, like, yeah, I could say, you know, I regret it, but how else would I have learned to just simply talk to a girl?
and by
You
all
know what I
means,
mean?
like, dude, that's you are giving me answers that I would have never like expected. Usually, like, I don't know, you seem like you're the type of person that's kind of like me, where you can kind of see what somebody's gonna say, like, as they're saying it. you take this shit to a whole different like I don't know, I feel like I can almost predict like, you know, somebody's manner. Like once I get to learn somebody, I can kind of see like where they're gonna go, like because I see their perspective. I always put myself in somebody else's shoes first. Like when you're
Right.
talking, I'm trying to put myself in your mind, like how you see things. So, and you're taking these things and you're just like blowing my mind. Like I had no idea that you were gonna say, man, now that I've went on this tangent, I almost fucking forgot. You said
About how like
yeah, like me talking to somebody, they're like, man, I would have changed this. You were like, no, I wouldn't have changed anything because I like to grow mentally as a person and that helps me stop. Like I did not expect that. Like that's something that's like a really well answered question, man. Like holy shit.
yeah, because it's I don't know. It's like
Big
I always
brain.
think I try to think about it and like I don't know. It's just really hard, like to really think about what I would do to change something that would change the career path. Because like another thing that I thought about as well was I think I answered this kind of the same way. Someone asked me like same question, like what would I do differently? And I said, well, I would probably want to learn the algorithm a lot sooner. But then I thought about it one day and I was like, if I learned the algorithm a lot sooner, if I blew up a lot earlier, my account probably would have been hacked and I probably didn't know how to act.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like if I was 15, 16 years old and I was like blowing up already, you know what I mean? Or I was growing at a great pace and let's say the whole social media platform was against me, like what would I do? How would I handle that situation? Like
Yep.
now that I see other people that made a bunch of mistakes, I'm learning from them so that way I don't do it myself. So like
Right.
now like if I fuck up on something, I'm like, okay, I know how to handle it because like I've seen someone handle a situation like that instead
Yeah.
of just you know like just like experiencing it and be like, oh fuck, you know. But even though I probably would have learned from it, but at least it didn't like
It didn't blow up in your
complete
face.
yeah blow up in my face and like completely shut down my career. Like there's people out there that completely fuck up in the community
And they're
and
like
it and
17
struggle so hard to come back from
to
it. And
come
I'm like,
back.
dude,
Yep.
how do you do it? Right?
Yeah. Like just knowing out there that there's always this big heavy thing that's just weighing you down and there's not like it's like getting a $500 paycheck and having to spend 600 every week. Like it's like you're always one step behind after that and you don't want to get to that
Yeah,
point. Yeah. And
exactly.
it's just yeah, that would suck and I completely agree with you. Like I just now started recently like thinking about like passwords and like getting hacked and shit. And I'm nowhere near big, but like I don't even know how I'd go about it. Like if I got hacked, I'd be like, shit. My first thing would probably be like, hey, can you, Mr. Verified on Twitter, tweet at Twitter for me? like, like I would have nobody to help me out from that point. Like I would essentially just be fucked.
Hey, I mean, I got some things, a couple tricks on my sleeve to kind of counter the, you know, the generic hackers at the least.
Yeah, I mean, I got DDoS protection. I got the VPN that you're advertising and all that
Hell yeah.
stuff. By the way, 30% off. Use code Zephy for G Fuel. There
Let's
you go.
fucking go.
Hey, yeah, man. Well, I don't have a code, so fuck it. Might as well plug you. You know? At least I
Fuck
could
yeah,
do.
appreciate it.
Oh, but shit, man. Like, I'm off topic now. We were talking
You good?
about. What are we talking about?
Talk about like hacking. I actually wanted to bring up something with the hacking stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I've always like when I was like 15, 16, I always wondered like if I got big one day, right? I was like, well, like what if I got hacked? Like how would I handle that situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just like I've always wanted to learn like how in the world does someone grab someone's
IP from a random fucking server.
Yeah, exactly. Or whatever engine they use, call up some FBI shit, swat their house, and not get in trouble. Like, I was like, dude, how does that work? Like, I want to know. I
It's
was dying to know
mind-blowing,
because,
dude.
like, not that I want to do it to somebody else, because that's fucked up.
Yeah,
Who the fuck
but you
wants
want
to
to
do
know
that?
how to stop it from yourself.
Exactly.
If you can see
Like,
how
so
to do it, you can see how to prevent it.
Exactly. And I even had a friend that like he got doxxed one time and like one of his family members it rerouted to his family member. It wasn't to him. I was like, dude, oh my god,
So
that's
like docs
fucked.
like some random like 50-year-old dude that he was just playing at.
Yeah,
Like,
so no, he was streaming and he
Okay.
got doxxed and it routed to like one of his grandparents' house. And his grandparent got swatted.
dude, that's fucked in a half.
So fucked.
Like, I can't.
So fucked.
I cannot. like I can I can admit to being like I've watched, like I don't watch SWATs because that shit's just fucked. I've watched people troll people like where he's like, hey, you want to make your computer faster, wrap it in foil, wrap the battery in foil, put it in the microwave. I've seen some shit like that which is fucked, and people do it and they're gullible, and it's almost like they kind of deserve that. Like, what did you think was gonna happen when you put foil in a fucking microwave? But like doing shit like that, like when you're a kid, it's like it's funny, it's entertaining, but like when you grow up, you're like, man, this shit has real consequences. Like
Yeah.
that kid's house could have burned down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, or maybe his grandparents could have got shot by, you know, one of those.
and that dude,
Yeah.
his grandparents could have got shot because they got swatted, had no idea what the fuck was going on, and their old style, they grabbed their guns when they heard someone coming through the parking lot. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you never fucking know, and that's the
And
shit. Like, I can't believe people can do something like that without thinking ahead of like what this could cause.
yeah, and that person got to be a psychopath, like not even thinking about like, what if and they end up, yeah, like you literally, like that hacker, like that, or whoever that guy is, like behind that, just grab the IP, swatted them, like going on through the head, like, wow, if the FBI or whatever, or swatted, the SWAT team killed somebody, I like that person that like called them up, technically just did an assisted suicide.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Like assist, or
have you seen
like
the one
assisted
video
murder.
of the dude that got swatted at the top of a hotel? And like
I think I heard about that.
yeah, he got swatted and he was like at the top of a hotel or something, and he was doing nothing wrong. I don't remember what he was doing. I feel like he was streaming and stuff. 'Cause this was a while ago. This had to have been like 3-4 years ago. But he got killed. He had no idea what was going on. He was just sitting in the thing. He had his hands up. And then when he went down or something, he didn't cross his legs or something. They just lit him up. Like, it's
Wait,
like,
I think I seen that.
yeah,
That was like a few years ago.
Yeah, but it resurfaced a little bit ago with all the political police, you know, stuff that's been going on recently. So that's what made me like remind me of it. But like that shit has real consequences, and people just don't get it. Like,
Yeah,
you can't do that. That's fucked. If you do that, you are a psychopath and you need help. Just letting you know.
100%.
Please go talk to somebody. Not me.
Yeah, like nowadays, I don't really see like swatting happen, and God forbid, I
Yeah.
hope we both don't. You know what I mean?
I've seen it very dramatically like down. I feel like because I think they went after the dude that actually caused the dude to die in that hotel. I think they went after him and got him, and I think that probably scared a lot of people that were gonna do it, or that thought it was a joke, or it kind of might have been an eye opener for him. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go to prison for killing somebody because I made a fake police phone call.
Yeah, and I think they before, like, they wouldn't arrest the person that was behind the call, like, of course, but nowadays, like, if the person was do a prank call or whatever, they can get into serious trouble for it, like years in prison. And I think after that, when they address that rule, they're like, okay. But like, I mean, technically, people can still like, you know, if you're smart about it, you can pull it off. But like, I don't think anybody cares in the world now, because like even if they somehow find out, because like some, I don't know, FBI agent, whatever, like, or someone was a snitch and fucking bypassed the system or something, you know what I mean? Like, however they do it now, I think that like they're just not into doing it anymore, and they'd rather do something else. And I think like the interest of it is just low. And on top of that, like the rate of getting away with it is beyond low. And like, I don't know. I just haven't seen anybody get swatted recently. So I'm glad. And that, speaking of SWAT, right? Like that's another thing. I think I'm glad I didn't start early, because I wouldn't be able. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to react, right? Like, imagine if me, as being a 15-year-old or 16-year-old, streaming on Twitch, and then boom, I get swatted. How do I explain that to my family? Like. I'm fucked. You know what I mean? It's GG. Like, they're gonna take my, I don't know, maybe my family's gonna take my shit away. Like, yeah. And who knows what could have happened to my family if I was in their shoes. So I'm glad. Like, again, I'm just glad
everything
that
happens,
you know,
for a reason.
Exactly.
Silver lining, almost. Like, yeah, I wish I would have made it sooner, for the simple fact that I'd be bigger now. But I'm glad I didn't, because I can't handle that responsibility of being in the public sight, the public vision like that, and like, with how people are just, I mean, as Henry David Thoreau said, naturally evil. It's inevitable almost, to where you just want to be as cautious as you can. So it's good to have, it's good to have that balance, and it's good that you recognize that balance, like that you're not like super greedy, like, oh man, I would easily just, I would have done this and this and that and this and that, and like, you know, like you're happy where you're at, you're content with yourself, and that's ideal. Like,
Yeah.
so like, is there, like, when you're down, like, is there anything that you like can go back to, like when you're seriously down, like there's something, is there something that puts you in a good mood that you can do, like to motivate yourself to just like kind of get yourself out of this negative mindset and put yourself in a positive mindset, like whether you're anxious, depressed, whatever? How would you, how have you been known to come back from that?
Um, the way I do it is I would want to say it's very different from others.
I use
But
comedy,
it's
man. Like,
yes, like it's how to explain this? It's funny because nowadays, the more I, let's say if I was again in a situation like that where I feel depressed or sad, I notice I tend to get out of that situation a lot faster than usual, like really fast. And I think it's because like over time of like past experiences, like what's been going on with family, friend, or whatever, like some terrible shit. I'm like, I don't know. It's weird that I'm adapting to it. I don't know. Some people think that it's a bad thing, but I think it could be a good thing because it makes you mentally stronger.
yep,
And you could develop
you're a
as a person.
realist. You realize,
Yeah,
you
and
are
it
where
builds
you
character.
are.
Exactly.
Like you can't change it. What's done is done, and you just have to keep living your everyday life, and you got to make the best out of it.
Exactly.
Because
And I think that
that's
like,
how I look at it.
yeah, and the bigger the challenge is, if you're gonna face and accept a big challenge, any like that's bigger, like I don't know how to like give an example for it, but a big challenge will make small challenges nothing.
Easier.
Like
Yep.
a breeze, like you're just a walk in the park.
Do the hardest thing first, and then everything else will be cake, easy.
Right.
Yep. Slice.
So but one I think like there's a few methods that I do to if I was ever in like an depressed or sad mood. A lot of the times, like I always think about, the first thing I think about is what am I stressed out or sad about, right? And I like I analyze. I'm like, okay, this happened today, this happened today, this happened today. And I was like, and I asked myself, okay, like do I have enough energy to be able to solve these issues? And if I don't have the energy, am I caught up with sleep? So now I think back like my health, because a lot of the times I'm when I'm like energetic, I'm spot on, so fucking good with like thinking, like analyzing things. When I'm tired, I can't analyze, and I can't even think for myself, right? So I'm like, oh my God, like what's going on? I can't put two and two together. So what I do is like I take a nap, all right? I reset, I wake up. And when I wake up, I'm like, all right, a fresh mind, right? I'm not thinking about what I'm stressed about, what I'm sad about. And I'm like, okay, nice. I'm like, all right, like first thing I do, eat. Like I just eat. I try to kind of like
treat your body. You go back to the source.
treat my body, but like I do things that don't require a lot of thinking, and I kind of just like not,
but still give you a reward feeling.
Yeah, reward, right? So like I kind of like do things without questioning, and I kind of just vibe out, you know, without thinking about it. It kind of just mentally train myself doing that. And then like when I get my food in, when I get enough rest, you know, when I'm drinking water, you know, like I always make sure like I'm good physically. I try to do something else, like ignore the situation, even though sometimes it can be really distracting. And then like I come back to it. Then I'm like, okay, why was I upset about this? Why was I sad or depressed about it? Like, do I need to be warned about that now? Do I need to be, you know, getting it done? Or, you know what I mean? Like I analyze things so that way, it's like a reset. It's like restarting your computer, right? Like, okay, you can't run at 100 or 200 frames when your computer is overheated, right? Like you're right about to explode. So you got to reset, give it some rest, come back, be like, okay, we can run 200 frames again. Let's go. Because I can't give myself that perfect performance where I can analyze. And I don't know. It's kind of hard to put into words on like how I go about it, but a lot of times just reset my mind and then attack. But I always make sure I look at the situation, and I always make sure I go in open-minded,
unbiased,
and unbiased as well, right? Because like I know
you want to see all perspectives. You want to see where, like, why it happened, for what it happened for, not
right.
you want to analyze it for what it is, not emotionally what you could think it is. Like, you know, you
Yeah,
don't
like
want
how I
to.
feel about it. Like even though I
Yeah,
could disagree, but I'm like, okay,
does it
what's
make
something
sense
that I
for
c-
it to happen though?
right, exactly.
Hmm.
So that and if I let's say if there's something that I can't change and I'm just like so fed up about it, right? I'm like, dude, fuck. Like I'm pissed, right?
Yeah,
And I'm sad. Then that's the time when I just start gaming. That's the time where I'm like listening to music and listening to something that can lift me up. When I game, it's like it's a great distraction to like what I'm just bothered by, right?
yeah,
And it gets my mind off a lot of things. And I always tell people, I was like, if you ever have a bad day, literally grind out your passion and you literally forget about it. And like within a few hours,
yeah. Just
you like
do what you like to do.
exactly. So like within maybe 4 hours, maybe get like a lot of things off of your mind. Even 8 hours, right? Like back in the day when I was going through some shit, like around my teenage years, my family, I grinded video games so damn much, like that I felt like I forgot what the fuck was going on. Like I felt like I was my
That's where
own
I
world in
am.
video
That's
games.
where I am right now. Like
Yeah, so
I don't know what's
that's what
going on. I
happens.
just play.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what happens when you grind out your passion so much that like you feel like you're in a whole different world. It's almost like you watch movies or shows for so much they just like you're in a different like world.
Like you feel like you're in that show or that
Yeah, you're in
movie.
the show. You're like sitting there like being
I've
part of
watched
it.
The
Like
Office like 20 times over, man. I wake up some days, I'm like, man, where's Dwight at? Like, motherfucker ain't here yet. Oh, wait, this is real life.
yeah,
There is no
right.
Dwight. Never mind. Like, yeah, dude, I've definitely done that. Like,
Yeah, and
I feel you.
that's I think that's the key to um just being able to just I wouldn't say get over it, but more of being able to dominate on your emotions and have more control about them because like you get a step back from the world.
Yeah,
And then now you look at it like an outside perspective and you're just like, okay, what's going on here? It's almost like you're reviewing someone else's life, but it's yours. And then you're like, okay, you just start to analyze.
you just have to look at it like you're just a narrator or bystander. Like you're just witnessing
Exactly.
it. You have to look at it like like your life is a show and you are the person watching that show. And you got to see like, yeah, no, I do. It's actually insane, like how much I relate to you on this type of shit because like I completely understand everything you're saying. Like
Mm,
I do that day in and day out where I'm like, anytime I have an issue, like people will ask me like, sometimes I'll get a little upset at work or something like, but I don't get mad. And people they'll come up to me like, hey, I heard you got mad earlier. It's like, fuck, would I get mad for? I leave at 10. I'm not taking that shit home with me. I don't care. Like, if I'm mad all day about this thing, then I'm gonna go home and be mad about it. And then it's gonna affect my stream. It's gonna affect this. It's gonna affect me being a dick to my girlfriend. Like, there's no point in me holding on to that. I'm not gonna get mad at work. I'm here getting paid. Something fucks up. Something fucks up. I go with the flow at this point. You know what
yep.
I'm saying?
Yep.
It's all about just vibing and uh, the way you
Kind
put
of
it.
just yeah.
Yeah, the way
Ride
you
it
put
with
it in the
like with the
DMs and
rhythm
you
and
said
with the
vibe
flow.
session. It's like
Yeah.
that's the perfect way to say it. Like it literally is just a vibe session. So like that's what I like to do in life too. It's just vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel like that would help a lot of people if they just took a step back and like stop taking things so personally and kind of look at them for what they really are and just realize like, hey, I'm here now. This is what I'm doing. I can't change it. But what I can change is my outlook, my positivity factor, like how much positivity I can bring. Like even if my life's negative, something that makes me happy is making other people happy. So
Yeah.
shit, maybe I'll hop in a stream and donate 5 subs and then I'll be happy. Like here you go. Like you got happy, I'm happy. Like I'll do some shit like that because it's just helping other people makes me happy too. So that's something that I do. So if you're out there and you're struggling with some stuff, try helping somebody. Try
Yeah.
helping somebody
100%.
or try looking at your life from like Zephy said, like you're watching a show about your life and you're trying to analyze it and you want to look at everything on why it happened. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
almost kind of
Don't play
like you
favorites.
watch a show, right? And like let's say like a drama show, right? And you're
Hmm.
like you would see how a guy was to handle a situation, and you're like, I wouldn't do that. I would do something else, right? Because
Yeah,
like
100%.
immediately in your mind, you would
Yeah.
think,
fuck this guy,
what?
he's an idiot.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So now you get like that
Reference.
characteristic check, right?
Like that reference of like what to go back to, like what to compare yourself to.
Exactly, like not really compare, but more of like what you know what is right or wrong, like the moral standing point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and that reflects upon you because you self-check about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I completely understand that. Like, I don't know, you hit the nail right on the head. Is there any stories you want to talk about, like some clips or like some memories that you just want to share with everybody?
There could be a few. It's sometimes hard like to think of a story.
Yeah, like right on the spot. Like I know I'm putting you on the spot, but like by all means, I'm here to vibe. So like if you want to talk about something else, like I'm here to vibe, man. Like anything that you want to say, for sure. So stories, whatever.
I think there was someone that, I mean, it was kind of part of their podcast, but I think I want to address it though, like low key, with like they asked something about Soar, and I want to have people understand like the organization itself, because like me being Call of Duty talent manager, like I want to like structure this like organization to a path that like that I want for the team and not only for myself. And I feel like that message doesn't get out there as much as I really want to, even though like sometimes I don't tweet about it, because like I always know like people will just rephrase what I say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you know
they'll make it say whatever
internet.
You want to say. Yeah, like
exactly.
You could say, and I hate cats in fucking whatever game because they're overpowered. Like you die to fucking some cat, and then you're like, oh, this dude fucking hates cats. He hates puppies. This dude's an animal killer.
He's a fucking animal killer.
Yeah,
he's canceled. He's canceled. Like that's
fuck
not
this guy.
what I meant. What?
He killed a cat in Far Cry. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I have somebody in chat that says, hearing how Zephy deals with declines in his channel performance, I feel like a stream that's slightly below average really gets to me. Also, what do you guys think of the new DMCA/word ban on Twitch?
With declines in channel performance, I mean, matter of fact, actually, I've been having a little bit of channel decline myself as of recently because of Cold War. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not demotivated because of it. Actually, matter of fact, like I'm glad I'm getting the decline, because in fact I deserve it because of how long I was kind of gone for. I was gone for 1 to 2 weeks and I had barely no content, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I myself was averaging around 20 to 30 viewers when World War II was out, right? Yeah, and I would have people in my chat, or not people in my chat, like just random people just coming in and be like, wow, you're in Soar, you're averaging 20, 30 viewers. How are you not averaging over 100? Wow, Soar is dead. I'm like, dude, what do I do? You know what I mean?
Is like,
what do you, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to grow, like, just let a motherfucker do his thing.
Yeah, like, it's like, oh, would you rather me stream to nobody? Like,
yeah, and I was always grateful for, like, even just one person in the chat. And I
treat every viewer like they're my first, man. Like, that's
exactly.
That's the way that I found that people really connect with you the most, is just treat everybody like they're your first and only viewer. Like, and that's how it works. But like, man, that's crazy that people would come in and say that shit to you. Anyways,
I mean, there's still people that kind of still do, but it's getting a lot, I want to say, rare nowadays.
Well, because you're cracked and they don't want to piss you off. They don't want to get
probably because they'd probably seen a couple of me talking shit, and they probably would not be able to keep up with how fast I was talking. So they're like, oh shit, I do not want to fuck with this guy. Dude, I don't think that's the reason, but I don't know. I think like things are kind of changing now. I think people are starting to understand like how just things work, like with Call of Duty, like how it declined. And because like not only Soar declined with Call of Duty teams, like they all declined all together. It's not just Soar.
Disappeared for, are they coming back? I thought I heard Hex rebought Optic again.
Yeah, he did.
But last year Optic wasn't a thing, right? Like for like COD champs and everything, Optic wasn't. It was Huntsman,
kind of, but like it was under a CDL like type of league, but it wasn't ran by Hex. Like it was just bought out.
It wasn't Scumpy and old Big Timer and It wasn't the
like
crew.
yeah, the crew. The last time it was the crew was like BO4.
Yeah, and
So that was like,
that's
so it was a
because of
whole
Call
year
of
missing
Duty.
out, and then I guess Hex bought it back again, and I don't know what's gonna go on, but yeah. So, but back on topic of like, with performance and the decline. So I went from like averaging 20, 30 World War II, or I want to say like 40-ish during Modern Warfare 2, and then went to World War II, declined a bit, then went back to Modern Warfare 2, then started averaging 40, 50, and then
Really good for an old game.
yeah, not bad at all.
No,
Like,
it's really good.
That was
That's
fucking solid.
like, yeah, no, that's really good for a game that is 8 years. It's now 10 years old, but when you were streaming it, would have been like 8, 9 years.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really impressive.
Yeah, so I was streaming at the time, and then like every time I would play a different game, I would have a decline, right? And I'm like, okay, that's understandable. I understand why people only want to watch Modern Warfare 2. They're only there for the gameplay, maybe a little bit of me, but like they're just there to watch Modern Warfare 2. I was like, okay, I respect it. And I remember I went on Fortnite, viewer decline, right? I was like, okay, that's expected. Then I went back to World War II, tried to get back into the game, try to see. I was trying to find my groove, I was doing double streams and trying to grow my Twitch channel. But what I wasn't doing was growing my social media platforms. That's where I completely fucked up. But I learned from that. And I remember Modern Warfare 2 went backwards compatible on the Xbox One, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so that was when shit hit the fucking fan. Like that was when like YouTube was popping for Modern Warfare 2, Twitch was popping Modern Warfare 2. I was like, this is my time to get partnerships.
Like, yeah, where they were talking about like when they made it backwards compatible, like literally all YouTube was when you typed in the search bar for Call of Duty, it was just Modern Warfare 2 content again. And I remember seeing so many tweets saying like, man, YouTube's making me feel like it's 2010 again. Like,
actually, that actually just reminded me. Now that we brought this story up, I think the one thing that I would change is if I learned the algorithm right at that point on YouTube, my channel probably would have been able to take off, because there was a lot of gameplay that I had that was like high code games. I'm talking like 70 to 100 that I could have saved, could have uploaded to YouTube, maybe just made a I don't know, a banger video and popped off and just had my channel exploded.
Yep.
Because I saw what's her name? Butters. You know Butters, right? Noisy Butters.
Noisy Butters. I've heard of Noisy Butters. I don't
Okay,
know.
Well, she used to be in Soar, and then now she's in Atlanta FaZe.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So she knew about the algorithm at the time. I didn't. I was just getting by with my streams.
Yep.
And she was blowing up off of it, and she got like almost 100K, I would want to say,
Just
through
from
that game.
knowing the algorithm and shit.
Yeah, and she had like a few videos blow up, and I was like, damn, like
Only if
I'm focused out. Yeah, if only if I just tapped into it, like just my Modern Warfare 2 stuff, like, cause like the gameplay that I was gathering was just fucking insane. Like I'm now looking back at it, I'm like, how in the world did I do that?
Like, why didn't I upload that shit? Like, man.
Yeah, because I remember I had Nuke's gameplay ready with just sniping only. I had a 50 kill out of a 75 kill TDM. I had 50 kills in that. I had a few of those.
You're insane for not posting those. I just want to let you know that.
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
No, I don't either.
I was all about just highlights, and oh man, that's one thing like I really slipped up on, and now like I understand like what I'm really like what opportunity I'm really missing, and like there was just a lot of like 70 to 100 bombs, and I was just going off of my boy Drew, like just shredding every lobby, even if there was a 9-man sweat team, me and my boy Drew, we would analyze the shit out of that sweat team, and we would just crush them. It was amazing, and. Yeah, oh man, that's one thing that like hits hard that I would love to change, but now that I know, I'm like, damn, like, well,
now
it is what it is.
Take advantage of every point that you can. Like now you know, like you said earlier that you wouldn't change anything. Now you have that perspective of, I'm not gonna miss an opportunity like that again.
Exactly.
Something like that blows back up. I got it, and I'm shooting every shot.
But then again, that's another thing, right? So. Remember how we talked about how like the hacking shit?
Yeah.
It's so easy to pull an IP through Xbox 360. So I was pissing off kids left and right on that game.
Just yank, boot.
Yeah, so there was a couple of times, like actually during that era, wow, kind of refreshing my memory now. during that era of me playing Modern Warfare 2, there was actually a dude that like got so pissed off with me in game, right? And like he pulled up to my stream, he started talking shit. I just clowned him, and me and my chat were just laughing at him. And then within a day later, within 24 hours, he hit up somebody on like some hacker website, whatever, and hacked my account. And that time, I did not have two-step or a Google authentication app, right? For a good security on my Xbox account, because I apparently turned it off somehow on accident. He changed my gamer tag, and the hacker didn't like spend anything on my account. All he did was change my gamer tag. That was it. And I knew that he hit up somebody, because I was like, if that was him, he would have just destroyed my account. He would have deleted it, or if anything, he would have changed my gamer tag, spent a lot of money, because my PayPal was connected, for crying out loud.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, oh my God, that could have went so wrong. So wrong. And yeah, so and the hacker came into my stream, and I was like, hey, I got a question. Did someone hit you up? And he was like, I can't say anything. I was like, I know someone hit you up, no doubt in my mind. Because I was like, why didn't you spend more than $10 to change my gamer tag?
Yeah,
what made you so sure that this was gonna be a good idea to piss me off? Like, I was like, because the guy was so pissed off about me. I was like, oh my God, like after me clowning him, no shot.
Yeah, so much more work. Like, he would have had a personal vendetta against trying to fucking do the most shit he could to bring you down.
Exactly. And I
think
think
somebody else.
Yeah, and I think he didn't change the password either. So that was shocking. That's how I really knew. I was like,
he just
okay.
got in there and was like, fuck this. But you know what he could have done? He probably could have looked you up and been like, wow, this dude is a big guy. I'm not gonna be a dick. I'm gonna do what I got paid to do, as in get into his account, change his gamer tag, and then leave.
Literally, probably.
Like,
I mean, he told me in the chat, and I was cool with him. Yeah, and he was like, all right, fuck it.
And yeah, that's also my favorite thing, is like, it's so easy to drop like a conflict or a beef you have with somebody with Twitch, because like if they just come in, hop in your streams, you say a couple things, you apologize, they apologize, like you're back, you're good, no beef with anybody, everything's fixed, everybody understands everybody's perspective, and it's like, you don't have to get too mad, you know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't know, I like that a lot.
Yeah, so I know we were just talking about decline in performance, and I kind of just went off on a whole nother story there.
Oh, you're
But that's a story that like I forget about, but like when I bring up that story, that's something that I just think that a lot of people should learn from. So like to take like the moral of the story from that is, if you're on a game that you can pull IPs really easy, be careful who you talk shit to.
Yeah,
because people will get really mad and just do some stupid shit, and then next thing you know, you're fucked.
You got nothing now.
Yeah, just always just be cautious on what you do. But yeah, so after that, like when I was playing Modern Warfare 2 and I got my partnership, I was averaging like, I mean, there was a lot of people playing that game, but everyone knew, like in the sniping community, that I played that game and that was my game. Like that was my shit. Yeah. And everyone went to my stream if they wanted to watch Modern Warfare 2, unless it was Scope, Butters, or who was the other, or Jewel. I remember that so clearly, or like a pro player, or like a big Twitch streamer, right?
It was you.
Yeah, it was just me with the crazy sniping, just playing super aggressive and getting high kill games. Like that, I was that guy, and I was like, perfect. Like I got it. I got on a sweet spot. Everybody's coming back, and my internet started acting up. I was like, fuck me, dude. But like,
it's
please don't. Yeah, something just fucks me over. I'm like, please don't. And then like some days it pulled through, some days it didn't. But like most of the part it was pulled through, and then like when I got partnership, right, I was averaging like 70 to like 120 people in my stream on a game that just got revived because of backwards compatibility. So it was a one-time fucking thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And you hit it. So like,
yeah, and I got the partnership.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. And I also remember like someone thought like I got partnership through Soar, and I was like, nah, I secured that shit my own. Like that shit was my fucking grind.
Yeah,
like I fucking played Modern Warfare 2, got lucky with the Modern Warfare 2 backwards compatibility, came through with the fucking gameplay and the consistency. And I even remember like I was going to the gym at that time with my friend, my buddy, and I was like, dude, Modern Warfare 2 is backwards compatible. It's time to secure a partnership. Like this is the time to grind. Like there's no bullshit. If I got to sacrifice gym, I'm doing it. And I did it. And then I remember I would wake up late and I would start the stream around 1 to 3, somewhere on there. and I would eat one slice of croissant with nothing on it, just straight up bread, and just grind for 8 hours, nothing eating, just going crazy as I can, dude.
Bro, you're
I was like, man,
insane.
that was one hell of a grind that I just did just to carry a partnership. But yeah,
Like,
so after that,
worth it
like I
though.
went on, yeah, I went on BO4 because I wanted to change the game I played because I knew Modern Warfare 2 was gonna last forever. The only thing that's gonna last like maybe forever is like Call of Duty and its franchise, like the newest games. And I
But
always sucked at like adjusting to the newest game because like it was a whole different like mechanic, you know, new controller, for crying out loud. I had to buy a scuff just to adapt, you know, and I gotta get a control freak. I had to get a new console, whatever. And dude, it was holy balls. And I remember people were getting upset with me that I didn't play Modern Warfare 2 anymore, and I was getting shit for it. And people were like, "Oh, the only reason why you're not able to average 70 views anymore because you don't play Modern Warfare 2. Like, oh, your Zephy, your channel's dead now. You should go back to Modern Warfare 2." I was getting shit for it. I was like, dude, like, I'm like, no, I'm not taking this as a like, I'm not taking no for an answer. Like, I'm
yeah,
gonna play the new game. I'm gonna grind it. I'm gonna find people to grind with, even though maybe it's going to be myself for the first few months, and maybe I'm going to struggle, but I'm going to grow off of this game. And I did. I was able to reach newer milestones. I was able to I think almost get to, I want to say, I was like 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers on BO4. I went from like 3,000 to 7,000. I gained like 4,000
yeah.
subscribers within a year on BO4, which is
What's up?
not bad at all. And I was like, dude, I did
Really
something. I was
good.
able to double my growth that I
Really
had on
good
YouTube.
streak. I was just
That
letting
I,
everybody know that's amazing.
Thank you. And I doubled it, and I pulled through while people were talking fucking shit about how I should be back on Modern Warfare 2. I was like, dude, I fucking did it, man. And then like at
You
the end of
use
the year,
the
people were
hate
like,
to fuel you.
yeah,
Like, to
yeah,
fuel your
exactly. I was like,
motivation.
no, I'm full sending this. Like, this is what I want. I already know what I want in the future. My views declined, but I was okay with it because I knew. I mean, at the time, it was tough, and I had to go pull through it every single day because I went from like averaging 70 to 120 to like 20, like that. Like a huge
Yeah,
jump.
like it's
Huge.
gonna hurt. Like, even though you try to, like, you know, make the best out of it, it's still gonna be in the back of your mind, like, man, maybe it's almost like, do I take the easy way out and then just go and play
Exactly.
Modern Warfare 2? But you know, you're a grinder. You're gonna do what you got to do, like, to make yourself happy, and it's gotta feel rewarding knowing that now you can go to do whatever you want. Like, if you wanted, I saw somebody in your Discord say that they wanted you to play Minecraft. If you wanted to play Minecraft, there would be somebody that would fucking watch you because
Yeah.
they're here for for you. Like, you've now, people came from Modern Warfare 2, but they stayed to learn who you are as a person. They grew to like you, and now they're here to watch you no matter what.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, like with the performance, you know, it definitely was a crazy decline, and like I think that like it was definitely it was just hard. I mean, I couldn't imagine what more happened if I had a bigger audience, and you know, I was getting my head hammered with that.
Yeah.
Because at that time, like I did have a big audience. Like I mean, maybe in some people's terms, like a big audience would be like 100,000, but like to some other people, 70 to 120
70
is like that's a lot,
big. It's big for me. Yeah.
100%.
I definitely
And
think that's huge.
yeah, so at that time, you know, it was definitely a big change, and I just knew that even if I declined, I could always just get back up. And ever since that moment, like when I started realizing that, like when I played Modern Warfare and I started doing like TikTok videos, I started understanding the YouTube algorithm. Then all of a sudden, like I was able to go from like 20, 30 viewers on Modern Warfare, and then I brought it up all my peak by myself, no host, 70 to 90. I was like, wow, I finally got back up to where I was at on Modern Warfare 2. Like it took me 2 years, but you know what? Like I'm
It
happy
felt
with it,
so
you know?
good. Like, it had to have felt so rewarding to, like,
Hmm.
just know you're free from the Modern Warfare persona. Like, you're no
Yeah,
longer just a Modern Warfare 2 sniper. You are Soar Zephy. You can do whatever the fuck you
exactly.
want. You know, like, you want to go shit on kids on Black Ops Cold War, you'll do that. You want to go to Modern Warfare, you'll do that. And now your community knows that, and they'll stay with you for whatever you want to play.
Exactly. And
And
that was
that's
something
amazing.
like I was so fucking proud of, man. And that's the story. I'm just like very, very happy to share, because like I know there's going to be people out there in the future that are going to be looking at it like be in my perspective or maybe a similar perspective, and they can take that and be able to apply it to themselves and realize like, hey, you know, you're going to have your own community. You just want you to play an old game, and those people are going to leave, and that's fine. You just got to find people that will actually fuck with you and that will watch you to play with whatever game that you want to play, and just like do whatever makes you happy.
And that, yeah, and like I feel so lucky because I actually made a tweet the other day. I was like, you know, I put three options in the poll. I was like, you know, what should we do? And then I put Black Ops Cold War. Then I put Black Ops is or Call of Duty's boring, play something else. And then I put Don't Care, Just Here for You. And I think out of like 20 some votes, 19 people said Just Here for You. I was like that just feels good. Like 20 people, that's not a lot, but like that's still to me is a real big feeling. Like while these people really do, because like I'm nothing like you when it comes to Call of Duty. Like I will give myself credit where it's due. Of I'm a decent sniper, but I've seen you use a fucking Ellington, son. You make it look easy as fuck. Like I'm nowhere near as cracked as you are. So the fact that these people sit here and watch me, even if I go, like I got raided by a dude named Reacts, really good dude. He's grinding for Obey right now. He rated me with like 40 people and I had like 60 viewers. And he stayed, he followed. He actually just subbed before the stream. And like when they all came in there, I kept the average even though I was going like 0-6 I think in a search game. Like I'm sitting there getting shit on, but I kept the average because like people are here to talk to me, my entertaining, and like that was the first time I've had that many people. I was just kind of like shit my britches, you know, like sitting there sweating my fucking hands off, like I can't play right now, like there's too many people looking at me. I like when you drop a dime on me like that, it's like fuck, like now I gotta do the best I can. So like
there's just a lot of pressure.
Yeah, lots of pressure, but like me building up to it, like I'm very fortunate. I don't even have 400 followers, but my viewer average is like 15, and I stream every single day, and I'm very fortunate to have this many people watching me consistently with the small amount of followers I have, and I'm very lucky. So like,
no, that's good, because I think everyone that starts out should always be grateful, like, and how I mentioned it earlier with Gary V, 1/0, no matter what.
Yep.
And that's the greatest mindset to be in, because no matter what, like, even if you decline, because it's like, you know, with Twitch, YouTube, views, money, whatever it is, everything works like a market, right? Like a system.
Yes.
And the market always goes up and down, like a roller coaster. So you just don't know when. I mean, sure, you can predict it, and you could know in some situations, but
nothing's 100%.
Yeah, nothing's 100%, and not only that, it's not going to go up all the time. There's going to be down and then up and then down, and then it just all depends on your work ethic and how well you know how shit works.
Yeah,
simple as that.
That's probably my biggest bottleneck is I don't know anything about algorithms. Like I'm very impatient. If I hit a clip, I'm tweeting it. If I get a really good YouTube video, I'm uploading it at 6 o'clock in the morning. Is that ideal? Fuck no. Do I do it? Yeah, because I'm fucking impatient as hell and I just want to get that shit out there. Like during the prime hours, I'm working. So like I don't really have any other options. I just know that shit. So and like I don't know how to learn an algorithm or anything. So like I don't know. I might have to look up some stuff on YouTube and try to figure that out, because the way you're talking about it seems very important to learn, especially if you want to grow. So I'm gonna have to put in that effort to learn it.
Yeah, because like with growing and how the algorithm works, it's just a lot of it kind of applies to like it becomes easier when you understand one part of the algorithm, and then when you go on other social media platforms, it like the formula is almost the same, but it's just twisted a little bit.
It's like so instead of subs, it's followers, and like it's twisted to its own language.
Yeah, it has its own language. It's like learning a new language, except
same format.
Same like format. So I'll do this for an example.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do this for an example, right? So let's use YouTube for an example, okay?
Okay.
And we were to put TikTok in the conversation. TikTok, they have like it's like YouTube. You can have informative stuff. You can do anything. You can do gaming, drawing, art, cooking, acting, skits, dancing, anything you can imagine. TikTok.
Yeah.
Same thing with YouTube, right? Sports too. Anything, it's same formula. Same thing with the like feature, right? There's likes on YouTube, there's likes on TikTok. Same thing with comments.
The more
And then
likes,
now you have a profile picture, right?
more
And
recommended.
then yeah, right. And then what's different is that TikTok, they allow you to put your content in the For You page. So like they'll put your content to anyone. It don't even matter. But then you ask yourself like what makes content good, right? And let's say even on okay, so on YouTube they have this thing called thumbnails, right? I'm sure you know what thumbnails are.
Yeah.
And
I can't make them, but yes, I know what they are.
right. So TikTok even has thumbnails as well. So when you go on someone's profile page, you scrolling through, you're like, what looks interesting, right? A lot of the times, even myself as a creator, I'm looking at what catches my attention on what content they make. So like for an example, if I see like, I don't know, someone parachuting, I'm like, oh shit, what's this, right?
Yeah.
Like, and like I'm talking about IRL, like skydiving. And I'm like, oh, what's that? Boom. Or like,
Yeah,
let's
you're
say
interested.
someone has like a comedic or like funny TikTok, right? A lot of the times I notice myself, and I'm low-key kind of guilty for this. I would scroll through someone's page and they're funny as fuck. I would click on the ones that have the most amount of views, because if they have the most amount of views, it's probably more than likely going to be funny as fuck.
It's going to be better than the ones that have no views, because
Exactly.
like obviously it got that many views because it got through the algorithm, and the algorithm
And people
is
shared
based,
it.
Yeah, algorithms based on likes, shares, and all that shit.
The
So
interaction.
the more it's shared, the more it's liked. That shows that it's a better video, and so the more it's viewed. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So and then with TikTok as well is that like, the way the interaction works is the same thing with YouTube. So if you get a lot of comments and you get a lot of likes, like if the ratio comes up to par, YouTube tends to recommend your content more. Same thing with TikTok. So now you know what I mean? Like when you understand that, you're like, oh shit, like that's the same formula, right? When the interactions are high, they recommend your content. They're like, okay, people are wanting to interact with this, cool. And then now when it comes to TikTok, it's loops, right? So when you get loops, it gets the whatever thing up. And so when you make a video that's like rewatchable, it tends to push into the algorithm a lot more. And what people didn't notice on YouTube was that like montages will get an insane amount of views sometimes, but on the Call of Duty side of things, it didn't, because the Call of Duty Call of Duty montage scene audience is like very small, and their videos would like rack up views over time because it was rewatchable.
Yeah,
but it was hitting recommended because people just kept rewatching it.
I go
people
back
love
and watch
watch.
Scump's
Yeah.
Million montage all the time.
Exactly.
Like I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's like literally the
I'm more than
hypest.
positive I have.
Like
yeah,
Scump is fucking different
yeah,
breed of a person.
Yeah, different breed, 100%. That guy's fucking
I've
cracked.
never seen a dude just that fucking good at everything. Him and Shroud, like, do you think there's a skill cap like from controller to PC? Like, do you think the best PC player would be better than the best controller player? Because I feel like Shroud would smack every controller player. Like, that's just
yes
how I feel.
and no, because like I feel like a controller player. Oh, it depends, right? Like if we're talking like a controller player that is willing to go on a keyboard and mouse and be absolutely fucking cracked out, I think the controller player can have a good enough chance to be able to compete with Shroud. 1,000,000%. Because I've seen literally, like, I witnessed myself, even myself as it could be an example as well. I had a friend that used to play like controller, and he switched over to keyboard and mouse, and wow, that dude is cracked. Like that dude.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, do you feel like having keyboard and mouse, you have a higher skill ceiling? Like, you can only be so good on a controller? Like, do you feel like
so
you
you're
can...
saying okay?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
okay.
saying, like, if you took the best controller player and you took the best PC player, which I would say Shroud would probably be my... He's good at everything. Like, the dude, one of the best keyboard and mouse players I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, if we're talking like in that situation, then 100% keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, see, that's what I've been thinking, because like I can't play key and mouse, man. Like I'm fucking I can't do it, dude. I don't know what it is.
It's hard. Like it can be hard at first, but once you get like a year of an experience, you just start to get the hang of it. Because like I played keyboard and mouse on Fortnite, even on Minecraft. Like I was slowly building that experience. And then as soon as like
Maybe I
Modern
just need to
Warfare
play
had
casual again.
the PC stuff, and like I even made a video about it too, because people were like, "Oh, he can't do this on keyboard and mouse." I was like, "All right, say less, bet I can." So
Bet
I
I
got a little bit
won't.
more experience, warm my shit back up. I was fine. I was doing what I was able to do on a controller on Modern Warfare. I was like, "What the fuck are you motherfuckers talking about?"
That's impressive because like I really like I and I think it was a big thing that I played with vibrations on for a very long time. I just turned them off a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
What my brain would do, at least is what I think, is it would vibrate when I'd get a hit marker, and that would tell my thumb to stop moving. So I would stop moving because I got the hit marker. So I'm hitting. So quit moving your thumb. So I think that's what it would do. And when you transfer over to keyboard and mouse, there is no vibration. So you would just see me aim on them, shoot, hit my first shot, and then just spaz around left and right. Like no idea what the fuck I'm doing. But and I feel like it's also a bad idea because when I got my PC, the first games I started streaming was Valorant. And the first time I started playing on keyboard and mouse was Valorant. Like that's not ideal. You should play a casual game like you said, Minecraft. Like something like that to build your experience before you just get too mad at it that you can't do it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And then you give up like I did.
Yeah, because keyboard and mouse, like on Minecraft, it's really easy. Like you don't have to do much.
Yeah.
Like, you can take your time. But I think it was just knowing the format of the keyboard, like
Yeah,
where
knowing where
everything
the
was
keys are.
located, like the space bar, the shift, the
Muscle
WASD, the Q, the E. Being able to like just warm up the fingers. And I think I kind of built that over time. So when I went on a Fortnite, I kind of had it. And then like the aim with the mouse, like you know what I mean, like you kind of just understand. And then now I'm understanding like how much do I want to use out of my mouse? Like, do I want to use my whole entire arm? Do I want to use my wrist? You know what I mean? Like, how do I keep balance between, or like that stretch between
Yeah, like
my aim,
comfortability. Like
comfortability,
you don't want
and
to
getting the accuracy
change your
down.
shit all the time. It's kind of like shooting a basketball. Like basketball
Yeah,
players don't lift and lift and lift because it's gonna fuck up the amount of power they have to put into a shot. Like
exactly.
LeBron James might be so strong to where he only has to flick his like literally the only thing he has to do is this. Like no other
Hmm.
strength. Like that could be something that he has to do. And if he just lifts a little bit more, now when he goes like that, it fucking flies 8 feet over the hoop. Like
Yeah, and fucking hit someone back in the court.
it just smacks him in the foot. Yeah, fuck you, LeBron. Like, yeah, dude. I got you. Like, I
Yeah.
completely understand what you're saying because, like, I try to keep myself in a consistent, like, position as well. Like, where
Mhm.
I try to keep my fucking arms together, keep everything, like, so I know when I'm best. Because if you're slouched, you're laying back, you're leaning back, you got your controller, like, you're not into it, so you don't. I don't know. You just don't. I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
because like
I don't
even
even know where
today,
I'm
I
really
was
going with that, but
even today when I was like, I noticed I just play. I've been playing a lot better when I lean forward because I feel like I'm more into the game. But like, even though sometimes I can just like sit back and just play, um, like I don't know, it's just that position that you be in, that you just game and like like your goal is to feel a part of the game, so that way like when you're touching the buttons of the controller, like you're not really thinking about it too much. You're
no,
just
you're just
going.
thinking in the game. Yeah, like,
Exactly.
and that's why, like, I have a problem where I don't know if you have this issue. I haven't noticed it, but if I'm popping shots and I'm into it, like, if I just hit a double in search, bro, my third, I'm gonna be moving my fucking head like I'm in
Oh,
the
you do
game. Like,
that?
like if I'm getting shot at, bro, I duck. Like, I remember putting in one of my YouTube videos. Like, it was a very, I got shot at. Somebody hit marked me, and in the video I went like that, and I just threw up a little meme, and it said "two for flinching, bitch." And it's like I couldn't help it. Like, I'm sitting here just, I feel so involved in the game that I can't help myself but move as I do it. Like
Yeah, I
that's
noticed a couple of big YouTubers do that. I think it's like Swag or K3 or something like that. I'm like, I don't know. I've been playing COD for about 10 years. I don't think. I mean, maybe like I flinch in like in real life, but I don't think I like like
dude, my
like
shit.
weave
My
like
shit
dodge.
all stems from I remember playing Super Smash Bros with my friends. And if I were
Mm,
to get upset, I'd get closer to the TV. I'd stand up, I'd sit down, I'd stand up, and I'd fucking like I don't know why I'd do it, but my mom has a
mm.
video of me literally just fucking like standing up and sitting down, standing up and sitting down, just trying to like find the rhythm. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like I'm trying different positions, so if I'm better in this one, I could sit here and just not move. Like,
Mm.
I don't know, just some weird shit that like that you would never think affects your gameplay actually does. Like,
Yeah. By the way, did someone ask or wasn't the same guy something about DMCA earlier, right?
yeah, he was. I have two questions for you right now in the chat. The one, he was asking about the new rules of DMCA, such as like, you know, playing music, and then, you know, the two words. I'm sure you've seen the two words that you're no longer allowed to say, right?
Oh,
Like
well, technically wouldn't it be 3, right?
I saw two. I don't know what the third one was.
Oh, well, so
Yeah,
yeah.
he wanted to ask that, and then somebody also, you could probably answer this faster. What's your, like, if you couldn't play COD, like, what would be your second favorite game, not COD? Like, what would you go to if COD disappeared?
That's I want to have the same exact answer as I would answer on stream usually, and it's usually I would immediately say Minecraft because like Minecraft is so fucking easy to
Yeah,
play.
you can do anything.
And
with
you
it,
can
too.
do anything you want. It like you can build a game within the game in a game.
Yeah, you can
like
do
they're
fucking
just so
anything.
sick.
Yeah, it is.
And I know people shit on it because it's a block game, but like if you just like look past it as being a block
As
game,
a child game, it's
yeah, then
Don't
you'd be
limit it.
like fucking vibing with the game, dude. You can build whatever the fuck you want. You can literally go out and survive and do cool shit with your friends, and you can have like some texture pack and have like some ray tracing, and it would just feel like a different game. And you would look past Minecraft because every time like Minecraft is like painted the image like as a kid game, but if you look past that, oh dude, you're in for
It's
a fucking
limitless.
treat.
I've always wanted to do like RL craft and stuff. I was thinking about doing that as like a stream, but I wanted to get a whole bunch of people to like do it with me so we could have like have you ever heard of RL craft? It's like a mod that makes it to where like drinking, eating, there's like dragons and shit. It's like
Oh, like another level of
makes
Minecraft.
Yeah, it's like a mod for Minecraft that makes it like super realistic. That's why it's RL. It's
Oh,
called like
shit.
real life Minecraft. Like, you
I
gotta
heard
worry
like
about your heat, your cold, hypothermia and shit.
I've heard like Pokecraft or something like that, like a Pokemon Minecraft.
Oh,
I've heard,
yeah. That would be fucking sweet too. I forgot about that. That would be awesome.
yeah,
to play.
I was supposed to play that and I just didn't get a chance to. Now I probably can. I don't know. I don't know if that's still going on, but
Let's run it.
yeah, fuck, dude. But there was another game on Minecraft that was like modded as well. I remember watching a YouTuber. His name goes by Ethos Lab, and I remember he used to play like something called Feed the Beast or something.
Yeah. The Feed
like
the
he had
Beast Syndicate played it. I
Yeah.
remember watching
I heard
Syndicate.
about
Syndicate
that.
was a big YouTuber I watched for Minecraft.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into that. That was just like hurting my brain. I was like, listen, Minecraft, that's it. Like just vanilla, that's all I
Yep.
need to know.
Yeah, but once you go into Feed the Beast where it talks about like 80 different ores and hammers and shit, you're like, a smelting hammer? The fuck is a... I can hit this and it'll smelt it and it'll break an 8x8 area? That sounds risky, man. If I'm breaking shit 8x8, I'm gonna fall into some fucking lava. It's
Yeah.
done. But
Yeah.
you get oil, like where they can make oil rigs and shit, and like you could have
Yeah,
like...
dude, I was like, dude, this is
I
like
was
IRL shit. I'm
you're
like, I'm
getting
losing my fucking brain.
oil in Minecraft? What the fuck are you gonna use oil for? Oh, we have UFOs. What? Okay, cool. You
Yeah.
just fly around the map.
Yeah, because I remember watching that series. I was like, dude, I can't keep up with what the fuck is going on. Like, I can't wrap my head around it. It's too much.
Dude, I
Way
agree
too much.
100%. But yeah, DMCA, like, how do you feel about the new words? And then also, like, how do you feel about copyright? Like, is there a way that you get past playing copyright music? Like, because, like, I mean, I play it and it just mutes my streams. I'm not a partner. It'll just mute my shit. They won't ban, like, they haven't banned me. And I've stopped doing it. I no longer do it. I found a playlist on Twitch called, or playlist on Spotify called, like, non-DMCA copyright music for Twitch streamers. Pretty good playlist. It's got like 8 hours of music, but it's like, is there something like, do you have an opinion on that?
I think like I try to see both sides from it, and I just don't see like
DMCA
I mean,
side.
yeah, I mean, I kinda, but like it's kind of weird. I remember one of my friends brought it up, and he had a really good point about like why DMCA is kind of like it's really bullshit from them because, like honestly, I'm against it. I think you should be able to play music on stream, 100%.
Because my content isn't focused around the music that I'm playing. My content's focused around me. It's kind of like fair use in YouTube. It's like,
Exactly.
if I play a 15-second clip of a thing, there's no reason that you should be able to claim my whole video for all the money it's worth. Like,
Yeah.
Just because I played your song, nobody came here for that fucking song. Let's be honest. Like you're using legalities to steal
Yeah,
money
and
from
matter of
people that
fact,
are
you're
using
just
it.
promoting the song to like
Yeah, and all
another
we're doing is
audience.
promoting it. Yeah, now people can be like, hey, what's this song? Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. And now I just got 8 different people to come look at your music. I didn't
Yeah,
even think about it
exactly.
like that. That's a really good. That's another really good perspective. Like
Yeah,
about
so
that.
like, but the other thing is that like you can have music in the background and then like just not promote it, and, unless someone like asks, then like you can say, because like I didn't want to have it on my overlay because there's just like so much shit was going on. I was like, ew, that looks fucking terrible.
It's just so much shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I try to minimize it as much as possible so it looks clean for the stream. So like in that situation, I can understand. But if someone's like, hey, like they're promoting the song, they're like, here, like it's on the bottom right, here's the song name, whatever, like they shouldn't be an issue.
It shouldn't.
But I just think that like getting banned, I think that's like, I don't know, like that's just too much.
Is
You
it
know
a
what I'm saying?
permaban? You know, if
Well,
it's a permaban,
because
or
there's
is
been
it...
streamers that got banned, and like even partner like big streamers like Cloaksy. Yeah, and I don't know, it's just like, oh, you played a song that's copyrighted, we're gonna ban you and terminate your whole entire Twitch career.
like, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and even there was a guy I remember I saw on Twitter.
They gotta,
Someone,
like, DMCA has to have Twitch by the balls with something,
yeah,
because like
100%.
Twitch is not standing up for it. They're just like, whatever. Like, yeah, we don't want to get sued, so we'll do whatever you say. You
Yeah,
want us to take it down? We'll take down their whole channel. Fuck them.
yeah, literally, and that's why I just think it's just really biased. And as of recently, I just been playing like a specific playlist to just like remixes and like some instrumentals,
That's what
because
the Johnny does. He
yeah.
plays beats like that.
And the thing is, like, I don't want to play like what I mean by instrumentals is like instrumentals that are like nice, like good, like
Yeah,
kind of a little bit hype up, not like lo-fi. Because I feel like when you play lo-fi on stream, you're gonna
elevator
put some people
music.
to the stream,
Yeah,
put to sleep. So like that's why I'm like, I don't know, and I'm kind of against it, but like I can understand some points of it, but I feel like there should be a middle ground, so that way people can still play music on stream, enjoy their own music, and be able to promote it to whatever X amount of audience and not get in trouble. But I don't know how long or what's going to take to get to that middle ground. But as of right now, I think like Twitch, I don't know, it just sucked because you have so many clips on Twitch that you just have to delete because they have copyrighted music. And I lost so many, and like even my best one that had like almost 1,000 views on a clip and gone just because of DMCA. I was like,
so
dude,
did you go through and like delete all your shit then, like
I'm
manually, or
gonna be honest, I don't think I have everything deleted exactly.
because like I have a lot of clips still up there. Like I don't know if they got muted or not, but I have a lot of clips that I've made like from when I used to use DMCA content. Like right here, like I have a title: Kid Leroy's new album makes the stream better, or something like that. 2010 Bops something makes the skill-based matchmaking tolerable. Like I know for a fact in these streams, like there's fucking One Direction, Taylor Swift, whole bunch of shit. So, and these are actually all clips. So, am I supposed to go through and delete these? Am I gonna, like, do you think that I would see a repercussion from these? Like, they're months old, but I don't know. Like, and I know you can't really say, like, you don't know, you're not Twitch, but
I mean, yeah, because I'm just trying to play on the safe side and just not like
yep,
VODs, like I
that's what I
deleted,
hear.
but like yeah, but clips though, clips is my biggest concern because like those are memories, you know what I mean? Like that's something that you can always look back on. But then I realized I was like, fuck it. If we got to make new memories on Twitch, then it is what it is. But
It's part of the grind.
my memories are always going to be on YouTube, and I don't think YouTube is going to do anything demonic, just take my shit down. Because like I have, when I record my clips, it's still there. But like the only thing I won't be able to see is like my own chat, I guess. But even then, like I don't think I'll be able to see the message in the chat through like the clip or whatever, unless I have like that overlay. But
Yeah, let me. I mean, I got a clip. Like, I don't think it'll.
because honestly,
I mean,
I think it's just nice to have like your clip on your Twitch channel, so that way people look through your clips and like, oh shit, like this guy has some dope stuff on there, that they can review and see, your best shit.
it does. Your chat pops up for clips. It just, you have to click on the link. You can't watch the clip like from your, you know what I'm saying? Like when you have your tab, like your video producer tab, and like you can just kind of see your clip like from Twitch. If you click on the link to the Twitch clip, then it'll pop up with your chat and stuff. Like right now, I can see.
Oh,
chat.
so like you have to go to the clip to the VOD?
Yeah, you have to go. Yeah, like the
okay.
link. Like you know how you can either download it or like share the link. Like for like like you want to post a clip on Twitter, you can share the link if you want to. If you click on that link, you take that link to the clip. It'll show the chat that pops up.
I see. I
just checked it for you.
It unless like it's something that's different from the rest. So like for an example, if you had a reaction in the beginning of the 1v6 eighth, right? Like this guy, like let's say at the end of it, right? Some guy was talking shit, but instead of at the end of the clip, you put it at the beginning,
so then people
that immediately grabs their attention. Because with how the way TikTok works, I'll give you a little insight. Your first 3 seconds, is what is gonna keep people locked in. If you cannot grab their attention in the first, sometimes not even the first 3 seconds. Like if you think about it,
doing that, like
think about it, right? Like
don't you ever?
You gotta ask yourself like
kind of like clickbait, but not clickbait.
Right.
Like waiting, like making them wait for it, kind of teasing them. Like I don't know, I feel bad doing it, but then again, you're right. Like if you can't beat them, join them. You got to do what you got to do to make it work. Because if you don't do it, other people are going to. So you might as well just
exactly.
But anyways, continue to bless me with your TikTok knowledge.
Yeah, I got you. So first 3 seconds is what matters the most, and the way I figured that out, because some people tell me like, oh, it's the first 5 seconds. I was like, that's kind of bullshit. Sometimes even not even 3 seconds, right? Because like for an example, how I figured this out so fast, I figured this out myself. I was watching my friend on his phone, and even another friend on the damn website.
I watch
scrolling
through
TikTok
every day,
and they're just skipping fast. Like I'm like, damn, like, did you even give the video a shot? Like,
dude,
what the fuck?
I yell at my girlfriend every time. I'm like, I kind of wanted to see that. She's like, no, it's going to be stupid. And then she waits to the end, and I was like, wow, you were right, 100%. That was stupid. Like, she predicts the shit. She's like, no, it's going to say like for part 2. And then we'll get to the end, it says like for part 2. And I'm like, well, you spend too much fucking time
you see what I'm saying?
on this app. Like, what are you doing? You need to be my social media manager. Get in here and tell me if this works.
Shit, bro.
Like,
but yeah, you see what I'm saying though, right? Like,
yeah,
when you have someone that's like well experienced on the app, and when it comes to watching like clips, you can't really grab their attention in 3 seconds, because they're gonna know what's gonna happen. So like another example, like if I say, oh, this is a 1v6 sniping ace, like, oh, well, okay, well, you just told me what just happened, right? Because I gave him, I gave you, yeah, I already gave you the ending to the story. What's the point of watching for my sniping skills? Like, I'm pretty sure you could probably go find someone else that has the same sniping skills, or did another 1v6, right? So you gotta ask yourself, like, what could I have done to grab that person's attention within the split second they had? So like you can use my TikToks for example of anything. Like they're perfect examples right now.
I don't get on TikTok. That's probably why I haven't. Like I tried it. I tried uploading on it. I'll go over there. I'll send you a follow right now. Is it just Zephy or is it
Soar Zephy?
Soar? All right.
Yeah, just like my Twitter.
Cool. Oh, look at you. As soon as I type in Soar, you pop up, buddy. Immediately.
Fuck yes. Let's go.
Let you know. Like, you up there. Oh, you got all your links and shit? Okay,
yes,
I see what you're doing. You even got nice little edits in here. That's really nice.
Like a lot of people that spend so much time on YouTube, like editing, they could be doing TikTok in this like dude. Oh my!
It could be so
I
much
know
better.
people. Yeah, I know people. Like I know so many people
like Pride,
that can literally put their edits on TikTok, and it's only 60 seconds. Instead of spending a whole day editing a video that gets probably little to no views.
Yeah, dude, I didn't even
just to get maybe, you know, whatever, and 8 minutes that takes you a whole day, but a TikTok can take you 15 minutes.
Yep,
and you could,
you're 100%
just like
right.
that.
Like, imagine if Pride made minute clip. Like, I remember he posted a minute clip on YouTube. I went to go check it out. He posted it like a one edit where he hit like a 7 on or something like that, something crazy. And I just look at it, I was like, this is only 30 seconds. Like, I would have posted this somewhere else, like Twitter or like TikTok. Like, that's what I would have done. But like, by all means, that dude clearly knows more than I fucking know. Like,
yeah,
whatever he's doing, he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yep. And like literally every single one of my TikToks is like the first 3 seconds is just me just like just saying something, and they're like, oh, okay, what's this about? It's just different every single time.
It gave me an idea, like if maybe I would have put the last shot, like where it said 6 streak, and then I would have just put like a title like nasty streak in search, and then like the first clip would have been me shooting that shot where it pops up and says streak time 6x, and then it plays the clip. People would be like, how did he get the 6? And then he'd watch it. Like that's thank you, I appreciate that.
And another thing is, another advice I can give is, this can apply for like a lot of platforms, even including Twitter, including Instagram, even on stories. That's a huge one, huge, because that like it changes the game. So especially on YouTube, like if someone clicks on your video, right, like the people say the first minute of your YouTube video is what matters, and I was like, is it really first minute of the YouTube video, or is it like the first 3 seconds, right?
Yeah, it's like.
So I was like, what if I applied my TikTok formula on YouTube and see what happened?
Dude, I might have got that from you guys, because that's how I started, and like that's what I just started changing about my YouTube, and my content's been doing way better. Is I'll take my nastiest clip out of the video and I'll put it at the very beginning, and then I'll cut to the intro, and then I'll cut to the very beginning of the video. Or I'll take a clip that I hit in a game, like if I hit a quad feed in search and that's those are the only kills I got that game, I still want to use that clip, so I'll throw that clip at the beginning of my video, and then the video will be about something completely different. But that clip will keep people entertained, because they'll see my skill and be like, let's see how good he actually is. And like, I'm sure if that's what you're doing, people are definitely staying. Like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say, when you pick up that Pellington, I don't, like earlier I saw you playing on Crossroads with the Tundra, and you sniped somebody across the bridge, completely 180'd and just zoomed in and shot, like just knew he'd be there. And I'm like, how the fuck? Like your awareness was just that's my favorite part about watching content and making it, is I like to watch it because I like to see like somebody else's awareness, how they do something. Like the biggest part about getting better, and like when people, you ever talk to somebody about like what you do and they're like, why do people watch that? You're just like, well, maybe people that are bad want to watch people that are good so they can play good. Like I feel like that's a big part of YouTube. Like that's the whole reason I watch YouTube. Like I watch some entertaining, some funny videos, but majority I'm watching somebody who's better than me, so I can see how they do things, so I could do my shit better.
Exactly. Yep.
Like,
that's the way to content creating. Like getting the inspiration from the creator that you want to be able to kind of, not, I wouldn't say replicate, more like just get an inspiration from and be able to do it yourself, and then just put it in your own way to get your own flow and your own rhythm. So like for an example, like how I mentioned earlier with Pride, you know, when I edit, I didn't want to do exactly what he did, but I wanted to replicate something that I can get an idea and kind of make it where I can rewatch it and be proud of.
Like you know, you understand that edits can be completely random. Like, it's so hard to say. You're not necessarily copying, but like when somebody makes a good edit, you want to replicate that in your own way, because like you're impressed by it. It shouldn't, people shouldn't see it like, oh, I saw this edit in this dude's video, so he just copied that idea. It's like, no, maybe I just liked the idea and I wanted to make it my own and see if I could do it for myself.
Exactly.
Like instead of taking it like at a personal, I'm copying what you're doing, like type deal.
And even for the montage, like since he wasn't able to do it and I wanted a certain style, I was like, fuck it, I might as well just replicate what he can do. Like, at least like, get into my own vision, so that way I'm satisfied of what I wanted, you know? Because it's not like I'm claiming his edit. Like I always tell people like that was straight inspiration, and I always tell people like a lot of times when you feel like you're copying content, it's probably not you copying content. It's just you getting inspiration from it.
Yeah,
and people mistaking like, inspiration and copying like a lot. As long you credit the person that you got inspiration, sit here and
say, oh no, I came up with that myself. Like as long as you're not a cocky douchebag about it, like there's been things like a charity stream, a 24-hour charity stream. Like I want to do that. I have multiple friends that have done it. I don't want it to look like I'm copying them. But like that's just a big thing that everybody does. So like, you know, you want to space it out, you know, like you I don't know, it's kind of like almost hard like that's a line that's like hard to tell whether you cross it or like you don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all your personal, like you know if you're copying content or not. Only you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard to call somebody else out on it because shit, you don't know what's going through their head. If you thought of it, you're telling me there's 8 billion people on this planet and not a single other person in this world had that same idea. It's not possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, but when people are very obviously copying something, that's when you can like.
Yeah, I think
Like,
there's
if they're
like that
copying everything,
bar
like your
or that line that
algorithm.
you cross.
Yeah, like if somebody's taking your fucking titles, like so they get the viewers that you're trying to get. You know what I'm saying? Like if you posted something like.
Or like let's say for an example, if they literally rip my branding, like the peppers.
Yeah.
Actually, matter of fact, someone has, and I'm not gonna throw their name out there just because I don't want to start shit.
Get 'em.
But like,
Let's fucking get 'em.
Legit witnessed some dude copy the same exact, almost the same exact emo, same exact branding, and like same exact. Oh my god! I mean, I don't want to give it away too much, but it was just
like, it's like.
I was like, dude, like that's what I'm doing. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, make up your own branding.
That too, and it's like I want to know what goes through people's heads when they do shit like that. It's like. Your emotes isn't making your channel grow, Zephy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. You are making your channel grow. So, why does this dude think these emotes are the reason that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's clearly doing that because he wants to. He's like, oh, well,
I'll say this though.
him.
I'll say this though. Like one of my emotes, what is it? ZEPHYS. Like this, it's like a Monka S. You ever heard of Monka S?
Yeah. I can pull them all up too. I got your emotes, buddy.
It's like a very famous like Twitch, I guess you say slang. I think that's the right word. And I think everyone can safely agree that it's okay to have like your own. It's not exactly like Monka S, but obviously if someone was to be like, oh, you know, ZEPHYS, did you come up with that? Like, no, it's like a replicated version of Monka S.
But you made it Pepper.
Yeah, I made it like a Pepper theme, right? Yeah. So and even some other people, they have Monka S on their own way. So like I don't know. I thought, okay, I was like, okay, well, if someone has Monka S, I can maybe pull it off. Like, I don't know, like not getting in trouble trying to copy somebody.
Yeah.
And another one of my emotes, like Zephy Creep, like I got that, like that was inspiration straight from Ninja. Like he had Ninja Creep. I was like, oh, that's smart. Like, I don't know, I'll make a creepy face. And I did on OBS, screenshot it and fucking made an emote. Boom.
Somebody made, because, you know, I'm only affiliated, so I only have, what, 6? I have 6 emotes that I can have. 6 slots, 2, I have 2 for top, or for tier 1, I have 1 for tier 3, 1 for tier 2, and then I have 4 for, tier 1. So, I can't do a whole bunch, but I use Frankerface. And I use Better TTV.
Frankerface.
Yeah. You ever use those? And you can make your own emote. So, I have an editor in my chat. He's not really an editor or anything. He's just one of my homies. And he knows about it, so he said, make a pog face, and I'd sit there and do it, and then he'd clip it, and he'd fucking go, and he made an emote for it. So now I have my own, like, fucking pog emotes and shit, so. And I don't know anything about that, you know, like, he told me he could do that, I was like, shut the fuck up, like. And then he puts it in the chat, and I was like, oh, it's that easy. I'm sitting here thinking it's hard as fuck.
Yeah, I used to use Better TV when like I wasn't able to lock more emotes. I think that was like when I was affiliate at the time. And then when I was able to lock more emotes, then I was like, okay, I don't really need Better TV. Because not like people on mobile, they're not able to use Better TV. Just only people that are on computer. So yeah, like I mean, the only use of it is like if you have a GIF. At least if you're a partner in that situation. So
Gotcha. I guess one more thing that I wanted to ask before I let you go do some crazy pepper shit. So I've been told to stream in 720 until you hit partner, but I'm also being told that like I'm streaming in 1080 right now. There's people tell me that they can already change my quality, but I'm only affiliated.
So yeah,
how does that work?
I honestly, I gave this advice to my boy KUZA because when he started streaming, I told him, I was like, do 720, and he goes, well, I stream in 1080p and there's multiple options. So I don't know if you knew this, but back in like 2-3 years ago, I guess they changed it now, and I guess it's really rare for this to happen. When you would stream in 1080p, or even 720, it would be the only option you can stream at if you're an affiliate. If you're a partner, you have multiple options. Yeah,
that's what I was told.
I think you can get away with having a 1080p stream. It'd probably be very rare that like it will be just 1080p only. And if that's the case, there's probably going to be people out there that can't watch in 1080p because they're on mobile and they're like probably outside. They're not at home. They don't got the best internet or Wi-Fi hotspot.
Argentina, fucking like a whole bunch of different places that like just don't have US Wi-Fi like that. Like our shit is, I feel, is pretty reliable, and I feel like, I don't know, maybe in other places Wi-Fi is not that easy to come by. Like a lot of people I see struggling in my chat are from different countries. Oh, somebody redeemed an oh yeah. I gotta do this real quick. Oh yeah. There you go. You said JK, I'll do it after. No, you already did it. Anyways, yeah, the way I was looking at it is because I saw that you can't change it, but people are saying they can change it for me. Like I have people in my chat right now saying that like there's some people watching in 720, there's some people watching in 1080, but I'm not partnered.
Yeah, so
did they change it? Is that what you were saying?
I think they changed it, but I don't know when they did though.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen anything about them changing it. That's weird.
Probably because usually what happens is Twitch support usually tweets out like if there's any updates like on the Twitter, and you can probably like maybe go through like search on the search tab at Twitch support and then space and then do like the keywords 720p 1080p something like that,
and then it'll pop up and say affiliates can now stream in all different times and anybody can stream. Look for that tweet. Got you.
Something like that. But yeah, it should be fine now, so I think you should be chilling streaming at 1080p.
Cool, thanks. Like,
of course, yeah.
I don't know.
No, dude, thank you for like reaching out and to be able to like stream this and be able to like just be completely chill with like promoting my stuff, you know, like all that crazy shit like that. I'm thankful, man.
I'm here to share anybody's dreams, man. Like I don't look at anybody as competition or anything. Because the way I look at it is like, dude, I used to be scared to raid people. Like, oh, what if I raid this dude and he's got a better stream and now nobody comes back to my stream? It's like, it's like the way you look at it is anybody that follows you or that person is still streaming whether you raid them or not. And if they find them, they'll still sit there. If they ended up like, regardless, people are going to go where they want to go. So if they want to go to your stream, you're gonna just be grateful for it and they're gonna come to your stream. So like, there's no point being worried and all scared about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yep, exactly.
You might as well share everybody's stream. Let people make their own decisions like they're going to anyways. And I don't care if somebody like, I don't want people that are random, like a random person come in, hit the follow button and then say, hey, everybody come check out my stream. Like that's not okay. But if I have somebody like, for example, my homie Cordy, he's been watching me for months now, just started streaming. He comes in and talks about his stream and I'm not upset. By all means, everybody go check out Cordy. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
I like promoting other people's shit, whether they promote me back, whether like whatever. I just like to share positive vibes, man. So I definitely got positive vibes from you for that. So the least I can do is try to put my community onto yours, and because you're streaming at completely opposite times that I stream. I don't stream until 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 8 p.m. for you.
Yeah,
so
and
these people could be
scenario,
doing
like, yeah, and if like people should always look at it as even if let's say you're sharing communities or whatever, if you're streaming at like different times, like, you know, let's say for an example, like my community, right? Like let's say I'm offline, they would go to you when you're on.
Yeah.
And start watching you. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I'm trying to do now. Is I'm trying to get more people to be able to watch my homies. Like if I have 18 people in here and all they do is wait for me to stream, but I have somebody who streams just like me, I can put them on real quick and maybe they'll sit in his chat. Everybody benefits, you know? It's like, there's no point in being, no, I can't help you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get that vibe from you that you're willing to help people, and definitely after this, like, I'm very grateful. So thank you very much.
Bro. Yeah, but, no, thank you again.
But I want everybody to definitely thank Zephy in chat. He's a really nice guy. Really grateful for him to come out and just take a shot in the dark and allow us to interview, podcast, vibe session with him, whatever you guys want to call it.
Hell yeah.
If you guys like my sniping content, I guarantee you will fuck with this dude's because he's insane. So be sure to give him a follow on Twitter, Twitch, everything. Soar Zephy, you'll find it. I promise you. It's very easy to find. He's pretty well known. So, man, I really do appreciate the opportunity. I hope you had fun, and yeah, man, like.